Woo, man, what's going on? What's going on? What's up? What is up? What it do? Uh, what it do? What the damn thing do? What's the what's good? Gravy. I'm in the building. We are in the building. We are in the building. Yeah, man. It'd be nice to see if we can get some. Yeah, yeah, man. We in the building, man. We are live and direct, man. Live and direct. Coming at you. Coming, humming, coming at you. Let's see. Let's see what's going on out here, man. Uh, let's see what's going on out here, man. Oh man, coming at you. And then you know I had to get you. Time for some action, just a fraction of friction. I got the clearance to run the interference.
Off the top at 5, a brutal beating on a county bus caught on camera. Surveillance video showing the moment a woman attacks an.
Oh man. I wonder did we do this the other day. Shout out to everybody, man. I wonder if we did this the other day. I can't remember. I can't remember. I can't remember if we did this the other day. But you know what? Let me just go back and let me actually go back into that mode that I was just in. Yeah. Um, Shout out to everybody watching on Rumble, man. Shout out to Builder Tim, man, on Rumble, man. Builder Tim in the building on Rumble, man. Staying humble on Rumble. Salute to all you guys, man. Everybody everywhere, man. Wherever you watching, man. Shout out to you, man. Salute to you. Salute to you, man. We are in the building, live and direct. Live and direct. What the fuck you expect? Um, this story is disturbing right here, man. This is
Off the
disturbing.
top at 5, a brutal beating on a county bus caught on camera. Surveillance video showing the moment a woman attacks an elderly passenger.
That passenger attempting to fight back with a cane. Good evening. I'm Nasha Sherman. Lauren Pastrana has the night off.
And I'm Elliot Rodriguez. Investigators are asking for your help to find the suspect. CBS News Miami's Bree Buckley is live for us in Lauderdale Lakes, where that bus had to pull over. Bree?
Yeah, good evening to you guys. We're here on West Oakland Park Boulevard near the 441 intersection where that bus had to pull over after the driver realized that something was wrong and other passengers had to jump into action. At first glance, everything seems normal on this bus ride until you take a closer look and see the woman standing, bumping her body into the elderly passenger sitting in the ADA section.
At some point, the lady who was seated, the 70-year-old woman, asked the woman who was standing if she could give her some space. That sparked an argument.
That continues for a few minutes as the two argue back and forth. Then it turns violent. The woman standing hits the 70-year-old woman in the face with a bag, who then fights back with her cane. That's when you see the suspect punch the elderly woman repeatedly. Bystanders quickly jumped in.
Fortunately, the victim did not suffer any major injuries. She was treated on scene.
BSO says this happened on October 21st. The Violent Crimes Unit is now hoping to track the suspect down, sharing these still images, as well as the woman who was with the suspect pictured here. They both ran off after the bus stopped.
This is repulsive. This is something that should never happen. It should not happen in any type of civilized society. What this woman did is absolutely unacceptable.
And BSO says that if you recognize the woman who attacked the elderly lady or the person who was with her, either of those still images that we just showed you, to call Crime Stoppers. For now, we're live in Lauderdale Lakes.
Yo, man. Damn, man. Nobody is more hellish on them damn seniors, boy. We are hell on some seniors. Okay? We are hell on some seniors. Gee, this shit is embarrassing, man. This shit is embarrassing, man. I'm not even gonna lie, man. I'm embarrassed. We hell on some seniors. Damn.
Bree Buckley, CBS News, Miami.
And now to a shocking attack on a Broward County bus. An elderly woman left battered and bruised after she was viciously beaten by another rider, and it was all caught on camera. Local 10's Rush Lowe is live at Lauderdale Lakes now with the latest on the search for that attacker. Rush.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Have you ever been on a bus, you're sitting down, and the person standing up in front of you, because it's bumpy, kind of bumps into you? Well, the sheriff's office says this is how this began in Broward County. And they also say it ended with a bus bashing. Okay, let's take you on a Broward County transit bus. A 70-year-old woman is seated with her cane. Her face is blurred. Now watch this woman. According to the Broward Sheriff's Office, she bumps into the victim several times due to the movement of the bus. The victim then asks for the attacker, say deputies, to give her some space. At that point, they exchange words, and then just watch this. Deputies say the attacker forcefully pushes her body into the victim several times. There's more. She then grabs a grocery bag and strikes the victim in the face with it. The victim, says the sheriff's office, tries to defend herself with the cane, and then the attacker starts throwing punches. You can see it here. We spoke with people at this bus stop in Lauderdale Lakes, and they were stunned by the video.
That wasn't supposed to happen, because this could be her mother, could be her grandmother.
Could be her mother or grandmother, right? The sheriff's office says several bystanders on the bus came to the victim's defense and separated her from the attacker. The bus driver saw the incident, stopped the bus in the 4100 block of West Oakland Park Boulevard. That is where, the sheriff's office says, the attacker and a woman with her fled. But what's left behind is the video. And police want you to take a long look at this woman who the sheriff's office says left an elderly woman beaten and bruised on the bus. Okay, so if you're wondering about the elderly woman's condition, thankfully, although she was bruised, did not have to go to the hospital, but boy, the Broward Sheriff's Office wants to know who this attacker is. For now, I'm live in Lauderdale Lakes. Rosh.
So sad, man. This is unacceptable, man. Unacceptable. Unacceptable.
What does it mean to be Melungeon in the mountains of Virginia?
I gotta save this, man. This is gold right here. I ain't gonna watch this right now, but we're gonna say that Melungeon. What it means to identify as Melungeon. We ain't used that term in a while on this channel, man. We haven't used the term Melungeon in a while, man. Oh man. Holy moly.
It's hard to watch. Children circled a mother, then pinned her against a fence. Dragging the mother and her son to the ground, continuously beating them.
These children don't have to live with this for the rest of their lives. And the children are our future, so it's not fair.
Police say it started when the 33-year-old mother, her young son, and daughter were walking near 106 and Bensley in the South Deering neighborhood. A group of kids then started chasing after them, calling them names and taunting them. Both the mother and son were beaten so badly they were taken to a hospital. Word of the attack spread quickly on social media, causing outrage among many parents. One day after the attack, demonstrators showed up at Orville T. Bright Elementary School after some posted on social media threatening to harm the children behind the attack. Several police officers showed up blocking the entrance of the school to protect kids inside. Shanice Davis lives in the neighborhood and says she recognizes the attackers.
This is not the first time the kids have done this. Just talk around the streets that these kids have pretty much been raising themselves and they have not been held accountable. They have vandalized cars. They have harassed adults and children.
To know and to find out even now that other families are affected by this. We're meeting families out here that their children been bullied and been beat on.
Chicago Police District Council member Joseph Williams was inside talking with the principal, the mother, and CPS administration.
Accountability is going to be key because if this has been going on, we need to make sure that principal be held accountable for her actions as well. This should have been documented. Parents should have been called to the school, and we got to make sure all around there is some type of accountability that's happened here.
Surveillance video shows a teacher slamming the boy to the ground inside the school on October 30th. The 5-year-old's mother, Guadalupe Rodriguez, tells me her son has autism and is nonverbal.
This is trauma that my son and I will carry forever.
What went through your head when you saw that video?
Well, I'm being completely honest, I dropped to my knees and cried because I didn't expect to see that. I wasn't expecting to see my son be treated in such manner.
Rodriguez says her son came home limping on the day of the incident.
So I immediately knew something was wrong. I took him to the urgent care, and sure enough, he had a fracture and a sprained ankle.
She wanted answers, so the next day she went to Wild Peach Elementary demanding the principal open an investigation. That's when she saw the video and asked for more. Footage from less than an hour before shows the same teacher dropping Rodriguez's son, and another video afterward shows a different teacher kicking the boy's hurt ankle, trying to get him to walk.
My son was showing signs of distress, and not one teacher stopped to assess my son. Nobody cared.
Columbia Brazoria ISD tells KHOU 11 that the two teachers involved were fired.
Are you relieved that they've both been let go?
Well, part of me is relieved, but I'm not satisfied with the way they're handling this at all. Neither of them are behind bars. They're still walking free.
This letter from Wild Peach Elementary states that CBISD notified the Texas Education Agency about what happened and that the school district's police department reported the incident to the Brazoria County District Attorney's Office.
The first grade teacher shot by her 6-year-old student at a Virginia elementary school took the stand Thursday in her civil trial against a former assistant principal, Ebony Parker, who's being sued for $40 million. Attorneys for Abby Joyner called an expert witness on school administration who said Parker was warned at least 4 times and had a duty to act.
Take action. Get the kid secured. Search, call law enforcement, alert the principal. There are many things that needed to be done, and none of those were done at that time.
The defense said the teachers should have taken action. They were the first responders. The 2023 shooting left Joyner with gunshot wounds to her hand and chest. Joyner's lawyers introduced body camera footage and police scene photographs into evidence Wednesday.
I thought I had died. What did you see right before you were shot that day on January 6, 2023? The look on the student's face is a large memory that I have.
Joyner's attorneys calling to the stand a psychiatrist who testified Joyner has suffered post-traumatic stress disorder.
She has everyday reminders, permanent physical scars, reminding her of that particular day.
The trial could set a precedent, holding school officials accountable for a school shooting. I'm Sherelle Hubbard reporting.
Salute, man. Wow, there's a lot going on, man, in schools, man. Yeah, there's a lot going on in schools. Yikes. Yeah, yikes. Yikes. Let's see this Slender Man. Whatever this Slender, I don't know. Oh wow. We'll get back to Chicago a little later, man. We'll do Chicago a little later. This Slender Man thing, I had no idea what this is, man. I promise you, I'd never heard of this. I never heard of this. I never heard of this, man. Slender Man. I figured we might as well do some white crime tonight, man. Shout out to Gouch Mulo. Lay off the old lady. No, says the son. That's an emphatic no from the Sun community, man. We will not lay off the old lady. We will not lay off the old lady, okay? No. That ain't our style, man. We hell on old ladies, man. Jeez. We will not. We're trying to get 20 people to sponsor the show tonight, man. Let's see if we get 20 people to take the challenge, man. End the weekend strong, man. See if we get 20 people to take the challenge, man. Sponsor the show, man. See if we get 20, man. We got 2 so far. Shout out to Barry B. Barry B is in the building. Barry B is in the building. All right. We got 2 so far. He said my crypto's killing me. Let's go. Shout out to everybody watching on Rumble. Old Rumble gang, man. We back on Rumble. We back on Rumble once again, man. We back on Rumble once again, man. We took like a 6-month hiatus from Rumble. We back on Rumble once again, man. You on Rumble? Think about all the sites I'm on right now. I'm on X. I'm live on X. I'm live on Rumble. I'm live on my own website, ocnationnews.com, where the chat is completely uncensored. You can go over there and watch the chat. You can go over there and watch the show. I'm live on Black Colombo channel. I'm live on Oc Nation News channel. I mean, I'm live everywhere, man. Let's see this Slender Man thing. This is white crime. I had no idea about this shit, man.
Police in Wisconsin say a young woman at the center of the Slender Man stabbing case is now on the run. The Madison Police Department says Morgan Geyser cut off her ankle monitor and left a group home Saturday night. In 2014, Geyser and another child were accused of trying to kill their friend in an attempt to please an online character called Slender Man. All of them were 12 years old at the time. ABC's Jacqueline Lee is following the story for us. Joining us now, Jacqueline, what do we know about how all of this unfolded?
Hey, Ike, so the Madison Police Department saying she cut off her monitoring bracelet, leaving that group home last night. She was last seen with an adult acquaintance around 8 p.m. So police releasing this image of Geyser from disappearance, prompting a manhunt. The public incredibly concerned given the violent nature of her previous conviction. Police asking the public to call 911 if they see her. Ike.
Jacqueline, what are we hearing now from the victim's family?
Yeah, we just got this statement a minute ago. So the family of Peyton Leutner and her family, they say they're aware of the most recent situation regarding Morgan. Peyton and her family are safe. They're working closely with law enforcement to ensure their continued safety, and the family thanking all of the law enforcement entities involved in trying to apprehend Morgan. So we got that from Steve Lyons, who is a spokesperson for the Leutner family. Ike.
And Jacqueline, Morgan Geyser spent more than a decade in a mental hospital after she was found not guilty by reason of mental disease or defect. She was then transferred into this supervised facility earlier this year, but there were also some objections to that. Is that right?
That's right. So back in July, a judge approved the plan to move her from a mental hospital to that supervised facility. But earlier this year, prosecutors raised concerns alleging she had violent communication with a man outside the facility and read a book in the facility with themes of sexual sadism and murder. Just a reminder, Ike, she and another girl were 12 years old at the time when they stabbed a classmate 19 times in 2014 to please the fictional character Slender Man. She pleaded guilty to first-degree attempted intentional homicide.
All right, Jacqueline Lee, thank you for that update.
So they're looking for this white girl. All this over this white girl.
12 News TJ Dysart just back from Madison in the street.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. I seen it all online. Like, yo, I thought this white girl was like a serial killer or something. Everybody's looking for this fucking white girl. I'm like, yo, what the fuck, yo? This is weird. This is so weird.
Where she was last seen tonight, TJ.
And James, it's been more than 24 hours since Geyser was last seen at her group home on Cronky Drive in Madison. Police say her whereabouts are still unknown at this hour. And tonight we're learning more about the timeline between when she cut off that GPS monitor and when authorities were alerted.
We just heard the news that Morgan has walked away from the group home that she was housed at.
From her own attorney Sunday.
It's in her best interest to turn herself in immediately and not continue with this course of action.
Tony Cotton pleading with his client Morgan Geyser, convicted in the 2014 Slender Man stabbing in Waukesha, to turn herself in.
Do not continue to remain on the run like this.
Madison police ruling her missing Sunday morning after they say she cut off her GPS monitor and fled from her group home on Cronky Drive. Police say she was last seen Saturday night around 8:15 near Cronky Drive with an adult acquaintance. Investigators say Department of Corrections officials first got an alert around 9:30 Saturday night that Geyser's GPS bracelet had malfunctioned. 2 hours later, DOC officials checked the group home. Staff told them Geyser was not home and had removed her GPS bracelet. By midnight, DOC issued an apprehension request for Geyser, but Madison police say it was never passed on to them. The next morning at 7:46, someone from the group home called 911 to report Geyser missing. 12 minutes later, Madison officers.
Is it me or is all this shit for this little white girl who stabbed some girl 10, 15 years ago? Is all this shit a little bit too, a lot? Is this a lot or is it just me? Shout out to Leanne Flynn. Salute to you, Leanne Flynn. The Slender Man chick was 12 when she tried to unalive her victim, then turned trans in the Wisconsin women's mental health prison where she was recently released way ahead of schedule. Okay, so she turned trans. Okay, that's why it's okay. I was wondering why this shit was so big. It's everywhere. Like, you can't avoid this shit. It's Slender Man. Slender Man stabbed her victim. Suspect is missing. They act like she the Unabomber or some shit.
12 minutes later, Madison officers responded. Police say this was the...
They know those transgenders be shooting up shit. Press 1. They snitching on themselves. They know them transgenders will shoot some shit up.
First time they were notified she was missing.
Now to the urgent search for the Slender Man attacker.
The news quickly making national headlines, spreading just as fast in Madison, where neighbors were surprised to hear she was living there. A judge in her case made the release in September confidential.
We don't feel, unsafe, but it is something that we should have been notified about.
And my friend texted me and told me it happened. Yeah, I didn't know that she was staying right over there.
State records only list one group home on Cronky Drive. A person listed as the owner hung up after we called. We also knocked, but nobody answered.
And TJ back live with us tonight. We're also hearing from the victim's family, TJ.
A statement from a spokesperson of family of the victim, Peyton Leitner, said they have seen the news regarding Geyser, saying in part, quote, Peyton and her family are safe and working closely with local law enforcement to ensure their continued safety. The family would like to thank all law enforcement entities involved in the efforts to apprehend Morgan. James, still lots of questions remain tonight. We followed up with Madison Police and Department of Corrections.
TJ Dysart in the newsroom following that developing story tonight. TJ, thank you. Anissa Wire, the other girl convicted in that stabbing, was released from a mental health facility back in 2021. She spent nearly 4 years at the Winnebago Mental Health Institute, also ordered to wear a monitoring device. 12 News has been covering the Slender Man stabbing and its aftermath for more than a decade. You can find all of our coverage right now on the 12 News mobile app.
This seems like no big deal to me, man. I'm not even gonna lie. This sounds like this is the weirdest thing ever, man. This is so weird.
Our big story tonight at 9, cut and run. The woman involved in the Slender Man stabbing case is now missing.
Police say she cut off her monitoring bracelet and left a group home Saturday night. She was last seen in this Madison area neighborhood. Christina Vanzels joining us in studio with more on the search that is underway tonight.
Ted, Morgan Geyser spent 7 years in a psychiatric hospital and in and out of the courtroom after pleading guilty to attempted first-degree intentional homicide. In the fall, she was granted conditional release and placed in a group home. Tonight, she's missing.
Turn yourself in. Do not continue to remain on the run like this.
Defense attorney Anthony Cotton on Instagram Sunday with a plea to his client, Morgan Geyser. Madison police say she cut off her monitoring bracelet and left a group home Saturday night.
We don't know any of the facts about what happened or who might have assisted her, but certainly if there is somebody who's assisted her, that person will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
Police say she was last seen near Cronky Drive in Madison with an adult acquaintance.
If she was able to commit that level of violence when she was so young, I can understand where the community's concerned that she's out there on the loose and God forbid somebody else gets hurt right now.
In 2014, Geyser and Anissa Wire pleaded guilty to stabbing and nearly killing their classmate. They say they did it for the fictional horror character Slender Man. They were 12 at the time. Both said they were not responsible because they were mentally ill.
Is she on the run with her medicine? And if she isn't, there certainly poses a danger to the community.
Defense attorney Jonathan Lavoie, who isn't directly involved in this case, says Geyser had years of work through hospitalizations and monitoring.
We can't keep mentally ill people in the hospital forever, particularly if they're showing signs of improvement and stability. And she certainly was doing and showing those signs.
Geyser requested to be released multiple times, all which were denied until April, when Geyser was granted conditional release. Those records are sealed, but we now know Geyser was placed in a group home in Madison. Lavoie says authorities will arrest her when they find her and will likely send her to a state hospital right away.
We did reach out to the district attorney's office for comment, but haven't yet heard back. A spokesperson for the victim, Peyton Leitner, sent us this statement. It reads in part, Peyton and her family are safe and are working closely with local...
All right, that's enough, man. That's enough, man. I can't do it no more. I can't do the white crime. White crime is so fucking boring. Oh, guys, you'll never believe, you'll never guess. It was a violent weekend in Milwaukee, guys. You'll never guess. Let me get this shit off my get this shit off my screen, man. Salute, man. Let's get down to the nitty gritty, man. The nitty gritty. It ain't pretty.
From fatal shootings to deadly blows, Milwaukee is coming out of another violent weekend. Police say since Friday, at least 4 people have been killed. Our Durante Matthews joining us from the newsroom tonight to walk us through it. Durante?
Yeah, Ted, police have been crisscrossing throughout the city this weekend. Officers responded to gunshots and even physical fights ending in death. Some of the victims are teenagers.
53 is responding to this location regarding shots fired in the area.
Gunshots and shattered glass startled neighbors out of their Sunday morning sleep.
I heard like about 10 gunshots, maybe a little bit more. And it wasn't a little one, it was a big one, like boom, boom, boom.
Around 2:30, Milwaukee police responded to 52nd and Meineke for a fatal shooting. Officers say the victim was a 32-year-old who died at the scene. Neighbors say after the shots, they heard a car slam into a tree.
They had to break in and put him out. They did try their best to resuscitate him, but however, it didn't work.
Police say they're still looking into what led up to the shooting and who pulled the trigger.
All I can do is say my condolences to the family.
This is just one of the many scenes sending police scrambling throughout the city over the weekend. Around 5:30 Friday night, officers say someone shot and killed a 15-year-old boy on North Darien Street. On Saturday night, another teenager dead. Police say a 17-year-old was shot near 61st and Congress. Just hours later, a fatal fight. Officers say around midnight Sunday, a 47-year-old was struck multiple times in the front and the back of the head. Police say the head injuries were fatal and the person died at the hospital. Just an hour later, a shooting injured a 17 and an 18-year-old near 54th and West Green Street.
And they worried about that little white girl. The whole nation is looking for that little white girl. While this is just Milwaukee. This is just what's going on in Milwaukee this weekend. Some of it. And the whole nation looking for that little white girl. Slender Man Stabber, whatever the fuck her name is. After the white people that tried to rape Haitian women. I saw that story. That story is bananas. They had no chance of completing that. Black people are going crazy online over that, but they had no chance. There was no chance of them.
Folks told us off camera it's sad to see so many incidents involving teenagers. Others say the violence is out of hand.
Like it's getting worse and worse.
And we have reached out to police for an update on about how many arrests they've made in each of these incidents. At this time, we're still waiting to hear back. Reporting live in the newsroom, Durante Matthews, Fox 6 News.
All right, Durante, thank you.
Oak Creek Camera Shop is swindled not once, but twice, and just days apart. The owners say two men rented out thousands of dollars of equipment and then ghosted them. Our Durante Matthews is here. Durante, maybe it's not a surprise, a camera shop caught the suspects on surveillance.
No, not a surprise at all, Sam. You know, this happened in just the past week and a half. One of the owners of Impulse Camera Shop says everything about the transaction seemed legit. Now he says he and his brother are out more than 30 grand.
So sorry, can I see your idea one more time real quick?
It seemed like a simple transaction. On November 17th, a man walked into Impulse on South Main Street in Oak Creek to rent a few cameras and lenses.
I got fresh batteries in both. We should be okay. Should be okay.
Just 4 days earlier, this man did the same.
I'm trying to find you a lens cap for this guy.
They were like, yeah, I have like 3 photo shoots lined up this weekend.
Owner Travis Garsky says the men claimed to work for legit photography companies. He says they showed IDs and their credit cards went through to pay for rental fees.
Everything seemed normal.
That is, until this.
They didn't come in to return it.
Garsky says when it was time to bring the equipment back, both men were gone in a flash.
The number was disconnected. I couldn't charge the card anymore. And then as I started looking into the person, all the information seemed to be fake.
He says he also contacted the companies the men claimed to work for.
They actually responded right back to us immediately saying, I'm sorry, this is not me.
Garsky says in total, the men got away with 4 cameras and 5 lenses, coming out to more than $34,000. It's a big hit for the family business right before the holidays.
So we don't have, finances like that because we're very small. It's just me and my brother. So it set us back quite a bit.
Right now, Oak Creek police are looking for the 2 suspects, asking the public to be on the lookout as well. Garsky says he hopes to get the equipment back, but more than anything, he wants to protect other stores too.
So I don't want them to hit any other stores like this again.
And Garsky tells me they're going to try to change up the process on how they rent out equipment. And with this happening right before one of the biggest shopping days of the year, he's hoping folks would shop local and give them some business while they try to recoup their losses. Sam.
And one way they're doing that, Durante, is here without a good chunk of its equipment to rent out. Impulse acting accordingly. They are selling T-shirts that say smile.
All right, man, let's get into some better shit, man. Come on. Let's get into some
A poker game gone wrong. Police are now looking for a man for attempted robbery, which prosecutors say is tied to a shooting that killed 2 people inside a home on Milwaukee's northwest side. This happened last month. This is who they're looking for. Abril Preciado is here. And Abril, you dug into some new information. What did you learn?
Sam, prosecutors already charged the man they say shot and killed 2 of his friends at a home near Appleton and Ruby. He
shot and killed 2 of his friends. A nigga, what did they tell him to leave? They said, hey, man, you got to leave, man. What made him come back and shoot 2 of his friends?
told police someone else had come to the house with a rifle to rob players in that poker game. Now prosecutors say he's telling the truth.
Before this home near Appleton and
Salute to Christy, a.k.a. Michael Babe Ruth Jordan, the GOAT, in the building. Shout out to Christy. Christy, big time supporter. Salute to you, babe. We are here.
Ruby was taped off so police could investigate the shooting deaths of 2 people. Photos from a security camera add another layer to the story. They're included in a criminal complaint filed just...
Do he look like he could be related to me, man? Do he look like he could be my cousin, man? Honestly. Do he look like he could be my cousin? Good. He said, but he's awake. Jesus Christ. That's cold, man. He said the slender girls. Look like you after just, oh yeah, I'm about to get the Just for Men put back in. I cut my beard and it grew back in gray. So I gotta get I'm gonna get the Just for Men to put back on this week. I gotta go to the barber this week. So yeah, I'm gonna get him to blacken me up, man. I'm gonna get him to give me some blackface. I'm going blackface, man. I'm gonna do blackface this week, man. Yeah, half brother. He looked like the Nigerians in my family. He looked like my uncle. That's why I said that. He looked like the purebred Nigerians in my family. The purebred ones. He looked like some of them. Some of them, not all of them. Some of them.
This week against 47-year-old Mackenzie Burse. Prosecutors say that's Burse wearing a ski mask and carrying a rifle while running towards the front door of the house just before shots were fired. Another camera provides a different angle, showing the same man just minutes earlier walking towards an alley. He's still carrying the rifle, but not wearing the mask. As the poker game was ending, the players were waiting to be paid out. Prosecutors say Burse approached the home with the rifle, pointed it into a room, opened fire, and ran off. Police say different surveillance cameras showed a Mitsubishi SUV appeared to be working with the suspected gunman. They tracked the vehicle and say the registered owner is Burse. The criminal complaint says police arrested Burse after a traffic stop on October 20th. When taking him in for questioning, police say they noticed he had a distinctive gait, similar to what they saw on surveillance in the robbery attempt. The complaint adds they found this photo of someone holding an unspent cartridge on Burse's phone. Prosecutors say it's the same caliber and brand as the one found outside the home.
And despite the arrest, Burse is not in custody, and we do not know why. We have questioned into Milwaukee Police and the Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office, who now have an active warrant for his arrest. Sam?
They're going to be looking for him and hoping to get him quickly. All right, Abril, thanks.
Wow. Jesus. Look at
Here
these
tonight, a
guys.
shocking case out of Washington State with ties to Wisconsin. A couple is accused of planning to kidnap young girls to then use as sex slaves. Some of those alleged victims live right here in Milwaukee. Those suspects.
This is not the one from D.C. This is some more white people. Yikes.
Were arrested last week.
Police, search warrant, open the door!
Holy shit. Yo, check out this. This shit is hilarious. This is some of the funniest shit ever. Police, open the door. Dude, he said open the door and then immediately knocked the door down. What the fuck?
Police, search warrant, open the door!
Aren't they have to give you some time? Don't they have to give you more than half a second? He gave them half a second to open the door. Jesus Christ.
Police, search warrant, open the door!
The arrests of Haley Davidson and Billy Moore in Washington State follow a cyber tip about hundreds of uploads to Google containing child sex abuse material. Detectives pinpointed their address and then searched the home. They allegedly discovered handwritten notes with instructions on how to kidnap children. Investigators say their plan was to use trazodone to drug a child so they could rape or take that child, put the victim into a storage bin inside a storage container, and keep that child for days. Now, according to court documents, Davidson told detectives that Moore was actively stalking two families with children that he had talked about kidnapping. She said they even took a road trip here to Milwaukee 2 years ago to try to find a specific family he was obsessed with.
Wow.
They left without finding them. Law enforcement in Washington believe it was only a matter of time until a young victim was victimized.
Some of the communication that was located, found, and some of the evidence shows that they have been communicating with local children and families in our community.
Inside the couple's bedroom closet, detectives say they found a panel in the wall that led to a hidden void with what appeared to be a shrine dedicated to child sex abuse material. The contents allegedly include artwork depicting nude children, children's clothing, handcuffs, and a female child doll. Both Davidson and William Moore are being held in jail on $2.5 million bonds each.
Wow.
Following some breaking news right now from Milwaukee's north side, you are taking a live look at a police scene right now near 61st and Congress. We have learned that one person has been shot and killed. That, according to the Milwaukee County Medical Examiner's Office, their identity is not.
Yo, let's get out of Milwaukee. It's too hard to get out of Milwaukee. Jesus Christ. Fucking A, man. Milwaukee just keep going and going and going. They're the Memphis of the North, man. Jesus Christ.
All day today, the scenes of what some are calling a crisis. Lines.
We did that the other day. Fucking A, man. Jeez. Milwaukee is turned up. Let's see. Wow.
How y'all doing?
At DC's correctional treatment facility, they're serving a Thanksgiving meal. It was held for incarcerated residents who've completed a parenting program. They were allowed to sit down with their kids, enjoy some food, music, and good company.
Throughout the years, all I...
Damn, they got bad bitch coming down there. They got a bad bitch. Look. I told you, DC ain't Philly, man. DC is not Philly, Jack. DC is not Philly, man. These niggas, these Muslims, yeah, they probably Muslim. Yeah, you know, Muslim is like big in prison, man. Very big thing in prison. Islam, yeah. Yeah, man, that's big though. The Muslims will protect you in jail too. They'll protect you. Keep you out of trouble. All those are Muslim brothers.
For incarcerated residents who've completed a parenting program. They were allowed to sit down with their kids, enjoy some food, music, and good company.
Throughout the years, all I wanted to do was have my voice heard.
Harold Cunningham, who's been locked up for 32 years, got to have dinner with his niece and great niece.
This is what people...
32 years. He got a story to tell. 32 years in the joint.
People need to see this is what keeps the peace and calmness in prisons. When you can have functions like this.
The event was held for those who completed the Hope Foundation parenting classes, and it's part of the correctional treatment facility's focus on family reunification and support. Corey Knight heads the Hope Foundation.
Mental, emotional, it alleviates depression. A lot of families are, a lot of residents get depressed around the holidays, right? They can't see their families.
43 residents participated in this first ever Thanksgiving on the inside. They were able to bring in 70 kids for the event. And for some, this is the first time they've seen their kids in a long time. The event united fathers and mothers with sons and daughters. They got to hold their little ones and take family photos.
Every little bit counts, you know what I'm saying? And whenever you can give anybody hope, you know what I'm saying, that's all you can do is have hope. Without hope, you know what I'm saying, it's like you just breathing for nothing.
James Kennard hadn't seen his young son in a few years.
Made me happy. So I'm ecstatic, and it's very, very, you know, it's a feeling that you cannot explain.
They said events like this give them hope and something to look forward to. They say compassion when you're on the inside goes a long way. In the district, Darcy Spencer, News 4.
That's beautiful, man. That's a beautiful Black story, man. That's a very beautiful Black Christmas story, man. Very Black story. Jeez.
Police in Fairfax County say a man who assaulted several people was arrested, then released on bond, then allegedly assaulted another person once he was released. News 4 spoke with one.
Yo, it's the same thing everywhere, yo. Who you think did this? Who you think this guy is, man? Y'all tell me who y'all think this guy is. Who you think this guy is, man? Who do you think this guy is, man? Who is our culprit here, man? Who is our guy? Who's our assailant, guys? Who is our assailant? Any takers, man? You said on Brito, a trail assault, an immigrant. Okay, so sons, we're not saying sons, man. I'm not seeing a lot of sons. Okay, so let's see, man. I'm not seeing a lot of sons. That's encouraging, man. You guys are growing, man. You guys aren't being racist like normal, man. I appreciate that, man. I really do, man. Cause it seems like y'all always think it's a son, man, and that's, you know, that's not right, man. Every once in a blue moon is somebody else. Every once in a blue moon is somebody else, man. And y'all really need to you know, yeah. Cause yeah, man. So yeah, let's see who this is, man. Let's see who this Jesus Christ, man. Who this assailant is, man. Let's see who this assailant is, man.
Police in Fairfax County say a man who assaulted several people was arrested, then released on bond, then allegedly assaulted another person once he was released. News 4 spoke with one of the victims today who says the suspect attacked her while she was riding her bike on the W&OD trail in Reston. Our Northern Virginia Bureau reporter Drew Wilder has more on this case.
I must have fallen off this way because everything got banged off. So
this is the first time Marianne Flood has even looked at her bike since she was attacked on it while riding it along the Washington and Old Dominion Trail nearly a month ago. She says a man was walking on the trail, didn't move for her, so she had to veer off the trail and nearly crashed in the grass. Then she says he came at her.
He followed me and he just was like, boom, like hit me with his chest and knocked me off my bike and broke my glasses and sent me to the ER.
Marianne had a few minor injuries and she
looks like she might be a senior, man. She looks like she may be a senior. So that changes the dynamic, man. Because we know who's hell on seniors.
Called police.
I honestly never thought they'd catch this guy.
Police were looking for this man, 27.
Oh my God, man. Yeah, the senior, when I saw how old she was, it kind of gave it away for me, man. Yeah, I said on Brito, but yeah. No. No. No on Brito, man. Jesus. Crystal Ball Cologne, man. God damn. You did Can't Stop, Won't Stop, Rockefeller Records. God damn. You niggas are prolific, man. Jesus Christ. Yeah, once I saw how old she was, I kind of like, I was like, yeah, you know, it's probably a son, man. She's a little younger, maybe. We got some we savages, man. We savages, bro. He said, "Oh, burritos like them young. Sons are not in the nature." Yeah. You see a son, man, out and hiking, man. You gotta put that should raise a red flag, man. Sons don't go hiking, man.
10-year-old Kobe Berry. Police say 2 days after he's accused of attacking Marianne, Berry went into a hotel room in Reston and exposed himself to a woman. 8 days later, police were called back to the W&OND trail because someone matching Berry's description stole a woman's phone.
He's patriotic, man. He loves his country. That's good. I mean, shit, man. You gotta take the good, man. You gotta take the good, man. It's not much good here. So at least the brother's patriotic, man. I would love this country too if they kept letting me get out. If they kept letting me get out for commit crimes and assault people and they kept letting me out, I would love this country too. So yeah, salute to this brother, man. For keeping it real. He like, fuck it, I love it here, man. This is a great country. Jeez.
Accused of attacking Marianne, Berry went into a hotel room in Reston and exposed himself to a woman. 8 days later, police were called back to the W&OND trail because someone matching Berry's description stole a woman's phone. Police found Berry and arrested him, but once he was booked, he was released from jail. The Fairfax County Commonwealth's Attorney's Office says the case hadn't reached their purview yet, so this was not an issue of prosecutors not fighting to keep Berry in jail. But his release still didn't sit well with Marianne.
His things seemed to be escalating, right? He got a little more violent, a little more predatory. So that bothers me quite a bit.
Fairfax County Police say 2 days after Berry was released, he assaulted another woman inside of a store in this Reston shopping center. Police tracked Berry down and arrested him. Now he's being held in jail without bond, awaiting court on several assault charges. Reporting in Fairfax County, Drew Wilder, News 4.
You niggas are awful, man. You niggas leave people speechless, man. You niggas leave people speechless.
Okay, I'm going to need to arrest you, Bart, okay? Yeah, so the minute you're under arrest, it's on suspicion of rape of a child under the age of 13, okay? And also on suspicion of a few other offences, okay? But before I go into that, you do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence. If you do not mention one question, something which you later on in court, anything you do say may be given in evidence. Okay. So between 2019 and 2020, you engaged in sexual communications with a child. Okay, you incited a child to engage in sexual activity. You caused the sexual exploitation of a child. You caused a child to watch sexual activity, and you took or produced indecent images of a child. And they're between 2019 and 2020. But you are going to be further arrested, though. Yeah, on suspicion of further breach of your sexual harm prevention order. Yeah, and that's because you've got a desktop and 2 other phones that weren't registered. And also I can see on your main phone you've got Snapchat as well, which is also another breach. So for that you don't have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something which later on in court anything you do so may be given in evidence. Okay? Right, what devices have you got then?
That's my PC.
Yeah.
That's not my browser been working for ages. I tried to get it all to work, it doesn't work.
Okay.
The PS4.
Yeah. Laptop?
Why?
Pardon?
Where?
What do you mean why?
Where?
Oh, where?
You have one. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, do you have a laptop? Sorry, I misheard you.
Just PC, PS4.
Yeah. Okay, so whose phone is this?
That was mine, but I haven't used that for years. That's had an accident, that's why I've got a new phone.
Okay, is it registered with Jigsaw?
What?
You know, you've got to register your devices.
That was way before.
Okay.
It doesn't turn on.
Completely water submerged and everything.
Okay, so it is yours.
Well, I haven't used it for years. It's not mine. I'm saying it's not mine because.
Okay.
Lying like a motherfucker. That is your phone, you bastard, you pedophile. Jesus Christ. This sound like the UK, man. Niggas over there pedophiling and shit, man.
Did you have the application Snapchat on your phone?
No comment.
What sort of things did you use Snapchat for?
No comment.
What was your username on Snapchat?
No comment.
Do you think anyone had hacked your Snapchat account?
Yes.
No comment.
Okay. Did you use the name Nudes Channel 19?
Jesus Christ. What a fucking Jesus Christ.
And we begin tonight with a News 12 exclusive. A senior citizen stabbed by a postal.
Okay, so we know it was a black person. It was a black person. It was a black person.
And we begin tonight with a News 12 exclusive. A senior citizen stabbed by a postal worker. And it's not the first time police say this employee attacked a person while on the job. News 12's Nadia Galindo spoke with the latest victim and has more.
Go ahead, keep talking.
An argument turns into a violent stabbing at Flatbush.
I can't believe it that she would stab me. And
67-year-old Louis Lamboy says he was attacked at 1900 Albemarle Road after asking a simple question.
Imagine you ask the mailman a question and them motherfuckers, she pull out a knife and stabs your ass. That's, you know, and it's not the first time she did. This crazy shit be going on in America, man. I see why people from other countries think that we're crazy, man. This is some crazy shit.
Flatbush.
I can't believe it that she would stab me. And
67-year-old Louis Lamboy says he was attacked at 1900 Albemarle Road after asking a simple question.
I just asked her for the mail. She was very rude. She was nasty, and she started cursing. And I said, all right, I'm going to record you.
You're ridiculous. You're like a child.
For several minutes, he goes back and forth with the U.S. postal worker, now identified as 35-year-old Jessica Griffin, until she heads for the door.
Slapped the phone out of my hand. And then I went to pick it up, and she grabbed it. When I went to grab it back, she came around with a knife and stabbed me on the left side of my stomach.
He now has a dozen staples and stitches.
It's changed my life. I'm a
Holy shit. Yo, this is crazy. I ain't gonna lie, man. This is bonkers, man. This is bonkers, man. This is bad shit. What the fuck?
Record you.
You're ridiculous. You're like a child.
For several minutes, he goes back and forth with the U.S. postal worker, now identified as 35-year-old Jessica Griffin, until she heads for the door.
Slapped the phone out of my hand, and then I went to pick it up, and she grabbed it. When I went to grab it back, she came around with a knife and stabbed me on the left side of my stomach.
He now has a dozen staples and stitches.
It's changed my life. I'm afraid. I am afraid.
Griffin was arrested and charged with assault and resisting arrest. And this is not the first time Griffin has been arrested for assaulting a person while on the job. Back in March of 2023.
The fuck? I bet you she still got a job. That is the crazy part about it. She probably still has a job after stabbing this. This is insane, man. The shit. I don't want to hear you sisters talking shit about what the white man is holding you back. No, motherfucker. You get away with anything. God damn.
And charged with assault and resisting arrest. And this is not the first time Griffin has been arrested for assaulting a person while on the job. Back in March of 2023, a 56-year-old Flatbush woman was hospitalized after she says Griffin attacked her. The victim also taking out her phone to record.
Couldn't believe it.
Lamboy questioning why Griffin was still on the job after that.
In most places, if you have violence like that, you're fired. You're terminated. You're not working there again.
Griffin is now out on bond. The United States Postal Inspection Service says they are working with the NYPD and cannot comment further. In Flatbush, Nadia Galindo, News 12 Brooklyn.
Unbelievable, man. I mean, it's just like it's unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable. Jesus.
I got a question because it's tough shit to watch. But do you think this is it a race issue? Is it an ideology issue? Is it a religious issue? And then the follow-up to that is, how the fuck is this person getting out on bond? Seriously, that's attempted murder pretty much. I'm not understanding.
Yeah, I mean, we listen. I don't know how you assaulted somebody on your job as a postal worker and you still have a job, and then you stab that guy. He should be able to sue the postal. Like, I think that here's the thing. Over the last, since Trayvon, right, there's been this push, and especially since Floyd, it was this push that like, okay, it's too many black people in prison. And the only reason there's too many black people in prison is because evil white racism. So we have to
you believe that? You believe that though? Honestly, you believe that?
Do I believe it? No,
yeah.
No. But I'm saying
Okay.
that's what the people in power at that time were saying. So they were saying that they legalized marijuana everywhere, right? Because that was remember they used to say most black people are in jail on nonviolent marijuana offenses, right? And so they legalized marijuana because that was supposed to stop. That was supposed to lower the black jail population. It did. Population.
Yeah, that was probably back in what, like the 2000s or something, right?
It was 2010s. Yeah. It
Okay.
went up. Then Floyd happened, and then they legalized everything. You know what I'm saying? De facto, like they just basically were like, like cash bail. So now it's like it was never a thing where you would stab somebody or carjack somebody, and you would be back on the streets. You'd be in prison. I mean, you'd be in jail waiting for your court date. And then they did that cash bail. So now when you commit any crime, at least in the 2020s, the early 2020s, you got out. And then they've also been doing stuff behind the scenes, like with the legal system, lessening sentences for this, lessening sentence for that, all in an attempt to like counteract evil white racism that has black people in jail. So it's like yeah, that thing is and the judges also are being activists from the bench too. So they go to these colleges, they get these degrees, they take criminal justice in college campuses, and they come out woke. So now from their judge, they're seeing black criminals not as like somebody that just fucking punched the old lady on the trail for no reason. They don't see him as that. They see him as a victim of evil white racism.
Oh shit. So
yeah,
well, I mean, I was talking with somebody else about basically this kind of like criminal activity on a larger scale. But it's more like talking about treason and like how I don't think anyone's been charged with treason since like 1960, whatever it was, maybe, you know what I mean? Like the crimes aren't being enforced harsh enough to where people fear getting convicted. It seems like it's just raising people to say, yeah, raise hell, do whatever you want, you know?
Exactly.
Lawlessness everywhere, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I mean, Trump tried to get it under control with the National Guard, but you see, he hasn't been talking about it a lot lately because it's not been working the way they thought it was going to work. Like it worked for a few weeks in DC, like maybe 3 or 4 weeks in DC, but then once everybody got used to it, they fucking just started going back to being niggas and shit. So it's like it's not working the way, because if the National Guard cities was working very well, Trump would be touting it. That's the type of guy he is. You know what I mean? He would be like, hey, look how crime. He stopped talking about crime.
Yeah.
It's not a win. It's not something that's doing. You see DC where I just showed you DC. What's going on in DC? I mean, listen to this crazy woman.
Gonna do? They not even gonna. Honestly, they're about to outlaw the idea of white supremacy and white hate. Like they are about to be like, oh, that's not a thing. Forget the fact that you're talking about getting rid of like the classification for nooses in a time in which we have seen these random black bodies be strung up down south. Also, seemingly at a time in which you're back in office, because what you do is you embolden the hate. You embolden everybody to take off their
I feel like they should have an ether beat in the background.
Done.
Yeah, chirp should be in the background. But
you know what? At least he doesn't have that ghetto accent where I'm like, where'd you get your accent from? Because I'm like fed up with it almost. Seriously, just speak normal English. You know, you don't have to. But you don't have to.
It's
I know she is. I know she is. Yeah.
This
is fake news.
Trump. She's blaming Trump for a lynching that didn't happen. A black guy committed suicide on this college campus, and a few weeks ago, Quantavious Reed, whatever the fuck his name was, right?
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah. And the black people are going to still try to make it a lynching. They're going to make it a lynching. Like they're going to defy all the results of the autopsy, all the results from the police investigation. They're going to say it's a lynching. And as a congresswoman, she's going to say it's a lynching, and she blames it on Trump because what she just did right here should be punishable by like some kind of. This is a criminal. This is criminal because this is inciting violence against white people. This thing didn't happen.
Well,
gonna do? They not even gonna. Honestly, they're about to outlaw the idea of white supremacy and white hate. Like they are about to be like, oh, that's not a thing. Forget the fact that you're talking about getting rid of like the classification for nooses in a time in which we have seen these random Black bodies be strung up down south. Also, seemingly at a time in which you're back in office, because what you do is you embolden the hate. You embolden everybody to take off their hoods.
Oh,
He is the one that is producing this violence. Listen, they gonna do.
And what she's talking about didn't happen.
Yeah, well, what else is new? Most of them didn't happen.
Jesus, yeah.
So I'm confused because in this day and age, it seems like immigrants have a bunch of different perks that they can sign up for, and they can make probably, I don't know, let's say $40,000 a year with Section 8 benefits, maybe EBT. Oh, you got a couple kids, get some bonuses in there. Go say your kids have autism, you get some bonuses there. As far as I saw, something in Minnesota, they said that you get $1,500 a kid if you say your kid has autism, and so I'm failing to see this big white supremacy push. Really, for me, I mean, I'm going to get a job that's probably going to pay people the poverty level.
It's extortion. Black people don't.
You ain't
really
live in a
believe
sundown town.
Yeah, they don't believe this shit. Black people don't believe this shit.
Do they though? I think they.
No.
Okay, so hold on. Okay, so you personally, I mean, I've looked up the last probably 10 shootings that happened between police officers, or 10. What would you say? Controversial encounters or shootings, or maybe the George Floyd thing between police. And I'm sorry, maybe 2 of them, I was like, ooh, that was kind of suspect. But the majority of them, it's like, I couldn't really see nothing.
Wait,
there was nothing really there. Huh?
Who was suspect?
I would say like 2 out of the last 10 police encounters that have been questionable. 2 out of the last 10, I was like, ooh, that's kind of suspect. But
which ones?
You remember that guy who came out of his lady's house and they were apparently having an argument, and I think he had like an SUV or something, and he had like a knife in his the front of his car, and he ended up getting shot and paralyzed. You remember that guy? I don't remember what his name was.
He's talking about Jacob Blake.
Yeah, Jacob Blake. There you go. I haven't heard that name in a long
Blake,
time.
that was suspect. That was suspect.
That was not suspect. He had a knife.
Hold on. Hey, hold on, man. We're gonna refresh your memory, okay? We're gonna refresh your memory, man. It's I don't have no problem with that. That we got time, man. Shout out to everybody. We trying to
No,
get
he was
20
saying it wasn't a suspect, which I agree with.
we trying to get 20 people to sponsor the show. Oh, he said that wasn't suspect.
That's right.
No, that was not suspect. He had a knife in his
Oh,
car.
I thought you said that was suspect.
No, there are like 2. I can't remember what they were, but there are 2. I mean, gosh, man, one of them I remember seeing, and this was not one of the suspect ones, but it was like the guy was attacking the cop car, and I was like, how is this not like justified by the cop? What kind of rights do you give these people to protect not only themselves but society? This don't make no sense. How is this guy even on the list? Like, yeah. I just don't get it. I don't get it.
Check this out.
And I'd have to see more, but he seemed very open. Okay. Yeah.
I don't like Mike. Well, okay, I'm going to say that he's looks like he's native Texas, and being from Texas, I would have to support that. But I don't like him on the fact that he's black. Absolutely not.
David?
Please. And I knew this was going to come. I don't like him because he's black.
Are you even serious right now?
I'm a minority, but I got a problem.
I was going to say. Hold on. You're like a minority yourself.
Absolutely.
What does that mean, though? Like,
this is an old
you're
video.
A minority. What the fuck does that mean? Like, you can't dislike black people because you're fucking Hawaiian or you're.
I mean, let's be real. Nobody dislikes blacks more than
other minorities.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what the fuck does that even mean? This white bitch is so fucking stupid. Like she could have said anything. Like she could have said, "Oh, that's just not right." But she's like, "Well, you're a minor." Like, what ties do Hawaiians and blacks have? Like, what fucking what in history have we like done to show like we like in the same fucking gang and shit or the same group and shit? What the fuck have you ever seen? Like, yeah, Hawaiians and blacks be like doing shit together. Like, it's stupid. This is so stupid, man. But I think everybody immediately got uncomfortable. I think one thing about white people, if somebody says something bad about a black person and you're around, you gotta like show like that
You can't
like,
just be like, yeah.
Yeah, you can't be silent. Silence is violence and shit. You know,
Show enough, brother. Show enough.
It depends. I think it depends though. If you're around some black people who talk like Obama or something, you might feel a little safe to speak up. But if somebody's going, "We is better than they's is," then I'm like, you can't even complete a sentence in English, and I feel like you're probably all gonna want to kill me. So
You aren't from Canada, are you?
No.
Okay, I'm just curious. Are you from the U.S.?
Yeah.
On
Yeah, I am. Yep.
Where from? Just out of curiosity.
Bay Area.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
The fact that he's black. Absolutely not.
David?
And I knew this was going to come. You know, I don't like him because he's black.
Are you even serious right now?
You know, I'm a minority, but I got a problem.
I was gonna say. Hold on. You're like a minority yourself.
Absolutely.
We rode in yesterday together, so I'm
that's
to
not the
assume
correct
based on
thing
what
to
you just
say
said that you don't like
either
me
way,
because
but
I'm
come
black.
I'm talking in general sense here, but the fact is,
General sense. How much more general than you can be? Then you're sitting in a car with somebody. You're riding in it. You said it. You opened it up.
Am I?
You did that.
Okay. Let me tell you this.
You must be out of your.
It doesn't matter if we rode in or not. It doesn't matter. I don't know you from anybody. Okay.
You must
share the
out
same
of your
chat,
mind to say
but
something
you know what?
like that.
My personal beliefs and my personal.
This is my thing. This is another thing that's so fucking annoying. Black people say racism is everywhere. They're constantly pulling the race card. Yet when they finally see racism, they act just as shocked as anybody. Like they can't believe it because they've never seen it before. When they see actual racism, like he's never heard anyone say they don't like black people from another race say they don't like black people. He looked like he's probably 58, 60. You know what I'm saying? And he's never heard anybody say that. Yeah,
and you know, I have. I heard somebody say it yesterday. I heard somebody say it yesterday, right? And this person's claiming things that I believe in too, and I'm like, I ain't fucking following you. Are you fucking dumb? Like, how fucking stupid are you? No one says shit like that. It just doesn't fly out of people's mouth every day. You know what I'm saying?
Some people might, but what was his rationale?
Yeah, what was his rationale?
Oh, I was asking you. What was his reason for saying that?
I didn't really catch it, man. I was trying to listen in, but I didn't really hear the rationale behind it.
I thought you said you knew somebody who said I hate blacks the other day. Were you not just talking about that?
Oh yeah. So her rationale was just unexplainable.
Her rationale. Okay, so this is like some sort of based glider. We have a guy around here who needs to be put in touch with women like that. Actually, if you got a number.
Yeah.
Oh well, no, I wasn't Romeo enough to get her number. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want that number actually, and I don't think anybody else really does either.
Well, we know one guy who maybe might, but.
Well, here goes a guy. Here goes a guy who won't hesitate to say what he feels about blacks. What's up, Wicked?
I mean, whatever. It's the internet. You get a mixed bag. Some people actually play the other side when they're really, you know.
No, that's the internet. But I'm talking about like in real life, like face to face. I've never heard. No one's ever told me I don't like black people. I've never heard that from another.
Just straight up like that in like a
No, I've
public
never
forum
heard
with
that.
other people.
No,
Never in my life. I don't think I have either.
And it's like we're such, but yet racism is everywhere, and it's under every rock and it's around every corner and needs to be rooted out. And you say something like that, and black people should be like, "See, I told you." Instead, they're like, "Oh my God, I can't believe he said that." And it's like, it's crazy. Shout out to Deluxe 247, aka Calvin, aka real MVP. Let me play this.
We finally found one.
It doesn't matter if we do it or not. It doesn't
It
matter. I don't know you from anybody, okay? You want to share the
Out
same
of your
path.
mind to say
But you know
something
what?
like that.
My personal beliefs and my personal experience, I don't like them. I never have, and I never will.
What is it about black people that you don't like?
The same thing that you don't like, bitch. You fucking whore. It's the same thing you don't like.
It would be a great topic for another show, though, right? Like,
Right. Like it's a series, like a 20-part series.
much,
on it. What you don't like about black people?
Too much. Come on.
straight interviews.
Yo,
Actually, you should do that show, Og.
I actually doing it now.
I know, but go out to the people, go and
Yeah,
interview
yeah.
some white women on the street and
Yeah. Hey, white woman, tell me.
They gotta be old though. They gotta be at least like 65, 70, somewhere in there, because then you're gonna get some real answers. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Tell me what you don't like about black people. Yeah, that's gonna work. Listen, man, people are terrified of saying, that's horrible.
I'll tell you though.
No, hold on, bro. If you be an ass, think about it like this. Just asking a white person that in public, they literally like have to like either slap you or like just like run away. Like they can't like sit there and be like and have a dialogue with you after you say that. It's impossible. They'll be like, you're racist and shit.
Do you think that certain people and this goes across race too, but it's kind of like I believe that people look at the black culture because they tend to have a certain accent. Some of them do, right? And then other people try to pretend like they have that same accent. You know what I'm saying? Like this and that and no rhyme. I don't like that. I don't. But that goes across multiple races. But it does say stay away from that person. To me, it screams somebody who's trying to put on a certain accent that says stay away from me, or I'm stronger than you, or beware of me. I'm gonna intimidate your ass. That's what it comes off to me. But
I don't know that they're affecting the accent to give off that impression. I think that impression comes because those people who generally have that accent tend to act that way.
Yeah.
Same to me. Same.
Let's see.
Well, that you don't like.
This ought to be good.
Yeah. I'm strapping in for this one.
Yeah, well, strap tight.
You might want to strap me in for this one.
Well, the thing is, based on the experience and the people I've worked with, where I come from, I'm sick and tired of people thinking, specifically, I am
Do we know what race this guy is,
thinking we
by the
owe them
way?
something, that the world owes them something. I'm totally opposed to affirmative action.
He said that we owe them something. Totally opposed to affirmative action. And this guy's like, look at him. He's like having a conniption.
His eyes.
He's never been talked to like this in his whole fucking life, and neither have 99% of fucking sun turds. Wow.
I don't want people to give me a job just because I'm brown. I want people to know that I have
Brown, but what
credentials.
are you?
Polynesians don't have a BET. We don't get all pissed off when we don't have an NAACP that comes and people. First off, I just want to know where you're from. I grew up on the islands. Where? Overseas. Overseas, there's no black people over there.
Where overseas? Like what I
What does that mean? There's no black people there. There's got to be black people there because he doesn't like them. Like,
Yeah, they ain't no black people on Tongo. God damn it.
yeah, like you gotta understand, like, it don't take a lot of black people for you to not like black people. It just takes what was it, like 8% or 7% that we came to, that we're like, once you reach that threshold, your city is pretty much fucked in the ass.
Well, look, that is a measure of, you know, your danger, right? I mean, that is a measure of like violent crime, right? Whether or not it takes 1 or 1,000 incidences or specific people to hate black people is generally up to like whatever individual person, right? Like I've had many experiences with black people, and I don't hate them in general, but like, you know, for our purposes here, I do kind of hate the Sun Man because like the shit is just overwhelming, as we all know,
Yeah.
right? But like, I'm not out there hating on black people as a general
Yeah, like in
rule.
your day-to-day life, like
Yeah.
in my day-to-day life, I'm not rude to Sun Man.
Exactly.
I don't fucking like look at
And I don't go around interacting with them with that, like, you know, negative preconception, unless,
attitude. Yeah.
you know, like our boy down here said, like they be acting like that shit. You hear me?
Yeah, I treat Sun Man the same way I treat everybody. I mean, I don't treat them any kind of bad way, but you know, it's just when I observe them, like, I just hate hate the things they do. I do. I hate the things they do, man.
Host, what is the accent though? Is that made up? Is that something else?
Well, I mean, people say I have an accent, but you know, I used to have a real strong DC accent back in the day, but I've lost my DC accent. I can tell, but because I hear people with DC accent, I'm like, damn, I lost that shit. But I still have like a, you know, a fucking, you know, Negro, like
But
like a
no, come on,
Negro
man.
accent.
I'm talking about the gangster one though. You know what I'm talking about though. Don't you think that's kind of
African
made up?
American vernacular English.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't mean that you're gangster necessarily. Like, it just means that, like,
That's just how gangsters tend to talk. This is what I was saying earlier.
they're black.
One
They're
is
black.
downriver from the other. It's not that they're affecting an accent to sound like a gangster. It's the people who tend to kill people
Are
usually
black.
have that accent.
Yeah, they're black people. So it's like, yeah, it's
Come
like,
on, man. No, don't go there. Come on. We're just talking about accents now.
Don't go there. That's exactly what it is. I mean, it's just a fact.
It's like
well, I
this,
mean,
right?
hey, even white, but hey, even white people,
Yeah, I'm sure that's
funny
true.
with that accent. I avoid them.
You breaking up.
I would probably say that's not
Yeah,
far off
white
from the truth
white
either. Yeah.
white people do it too. You didn't know?
Yeah, that's true. Shout out to
You know, you know what I think the issue might be, Ike? Could it be that the brothers never heard of the 10 Commandments? Thou shalt not kill, steal, love thy neighbor. What do you think? Maybe if we teach them that the gospel, they'll stop murdering everybody.
Oh, you think it's that simple? Well, let's
I think
try
it's that
it.
simple.
Let's try it, man. I mean, it's worth a try, man. I'll give you that. It is worth a try. Like,
Yo, desperate times.
yeah, it's worth a try. Let's
Back
see,
to the
man.
basics.
Let's see if that works, man. Because I mean, we've tried everything. I mean, literally.
Maybe they add an 11th commandment: "Thou shalt not beat the shit out of the elderly."
Yeah.
Well, look, they tell me that this man walked on water, so anything is possible.
Yeah, man. This guy right here. I stand with this guy. He said what everybody's thinking. Like, here's the thing. Even if you don't like hate black people, right? When you're like you're not like somebody that's like, oh my God. You're open. You're open to interactions. You treat every interaction with them as like, yeah, like this is a new person. I'm not judging them. You know, I'm just dealing with this person. Yeah, because a lot of black people are not going to act in the way that
They're not gonna act like that.
Yeah, they're not going to act like that. A lot of black people don't. But here's the thing: the problem that always happens is that when someone does act like that, they're almost always black.
The problem is like best demonstrated on the trains in this country, right? You are most likely to have a problem with somebody that looks like that, but there are so many people that look like that ride the trains that are not going to be a problem.
Exactly.
But I think that's fair. Like if we were to see a white redneck hick, right, with the mullet, looking like Joe Dirt, we can anticipate things from him, right? Behaviors, customs that he
No,
may
not
have.
really. Not
I
really.
mean, look. My point being this.
Wait,
If we
okay, so
if we see a white boy, with a suit and tie and a briefcase, looks like a nerd, he's not gonna be like Joe Dirt.
okay, yeah. When's the last time you saw Joe
Yeah.
Dirt beat the shit
Joe
out of
Dirt-
somebody on the train?
But
Joe Dirt don't do nothing. Joe Dirt don't.
no, wait. Hab, like, you know me, dude. I never said Joe Dirt was attacking the elderly, but Joe Dirt does have behaviors that they do, right?
No doubt. I guess
That's
what
what I'm
we're saying
referring to.
is that they're not exactly the same ones.
No, but in the same way that Joe Dirt has his behaviors, patterns, so do these sunwords. They have their behavior
Well, everybody's
patterns.
got their patterns for sure.
That's what we're talking about here,
Joe
right?
Dirt though, but
what patterns? I'm interested in those patterns. What are they?
Hey, you hear me talking, man? Like you fucking, how the fuck you want to talk over me on the fucking host, man? Hey, Wicked, listen, you know this for a fact, man. You know this for a fact as an hombredo, that hombredos, as fucking crazy as y'all are like way more easier to deal with than fucking sons. Like, hombredos are like men. They like real men and shit. Like they got like you can talk to, you can reason with an hombredo if he's not drunk. If an hombredo's not drunk, you can fucking reason with him. Son, man, like it's very hard to reason with sons, man.
Drunk
it's very
or not.
hard to come to an agreement. It's very hard to argue in good faith. Like a hombredo will argue in good faith with you. A white man will argue in good faith with you. A son will never debate in good faith. They'll always have a race card, or they'll always a whataboutism, or they'll always be you trying to say this, or they'll always be what about this one time that it didn't happen. They never debate in good faith.
What about Emmett Till? But you know what? I gotta tell you, man. I like this new white guy. Did you hear what he just said? He must be new here. You're new here? White guy? Or friend? You're new here?
What's his name?
Yes, Bambito.
So,
Yes.
so you asked the question. You said what behavior patterns, right? You just asked that, right?
Mm-hmm.
How long have you been watching Ak?
For Joe Dirt, he asked about.
How long have you been watching Ak?
I just ran across the channel tonight, actually.
Oh, cool.
So far.
Well, perfect.
Awesome.
We're happy you're here. We're happy to have you here, brother. We've been doing this nightly for the most part for the better part of 2, 3, 4 years, right? Nightly, dude. We go across this great nation, the world too. We go back in time, but generally we stick to today's news from sea to shining sea, right? And we pick up, and we'll let the people pick a city. They'll pick Detroit, they'll pick Los Angeles, Baltimore, New Orleans.
Have him pick a city. Let's have you pick a city.
And in these cities, when they pick a city, we just watch the news. And we watch what's going on, right? And guess what we see? Guess what we see, brother? We see behavior patterns. We see consistency from each demographic. We see the Hispanics consistency. Let me give you an example of the Hispanics. Anywhere in the country where we may see a DUI accident with a pickup truck with tools in it, work tools. Guess who did that one? The Hispanics, right? If it's a reckless like homicide in a vehicle, like 100 miles an hour, and It was
Wrong
just
way, going the wrong way and shit.
going the wrong way. Guess who that was? A brother, right? If gunfire erupts, right? If gunfire erupts in public, guess who did that one? New guy. Take a wild guess in the shot in the dark.
It's probably in Chicago. It's probably a
No,
black
no, no.
person.
Anywhere in the country.
Anywhere, my man.
Anywhere in the country. Yeah, being that
Appalachia.
the white population is still higher than any other
So a
population,
gun
I would
being
still say
fired
it's
in
a black
public.
person.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on,
I would still say
B-Dub,
I would still say it's a black person.
B-Dub, yeah. Okay, good. Because we're talking about guns being fired in public,
Right.
not like in the home or
I
like.
know. I'm just trying to think for a second. I'm trying to think out
It could
loud.
it could be a town, dude. It could be a town with no black people, and somehow it'll still be a black person, right? Now, let's be fair. Once in like a million times, it might be a white person. It does happen. Nobody here is claiming that white people are saints. I'm not, right? But we have to be honest with ourselves, dude. Like, look, and I'll shut up after this. Like, look, new guy, we can all sit in our living rooms with our families, right? And watch a football game. And we can see a bunch of black men playing sports, right? We don't see an Asian or Hispanic on them football teams. And we're okay with it. We don't question it. We know that black men are just better, they're football players, right?
Yeah.
We don't nobody bats an eye. But when it comes to violent crime and a pattern of attacking the elderly, recklessly, needlessly, then we're like, it's uncomfortable to say that black men are attacking the elderly consistently, right? You might say, why would you say that's disgusting to say? For the nightly for 3-4 years, new guy, we've seen that. What if I told you that? Would you
Okay.
believe me?
No, I would tend to believe you because we have stupid things like TikTok that didn't exist like 30 years ago.
It's not
So
TikTok,
there's
dude.
a bunch of people who go online and they think that they can pull these quote unquote pranks on people and they think
Yeah.
that shit's funny.
Let me stop
And
you
that,
there.
that
Let me stop you
hold
there,
on, no,
brother. Those
don't
incidents
stop
are
me
not
there.
TikTok videos. They're
Come on,
captured
man.
on private security cameras, dude.
Come on,
They're
my
not
friend.
they're not done.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
not done for publicity, brother. They're done just because. They're not done to,
Well,
hey, look
see,
at me, look what I'm doing. They're
that's
done
the
literally on the train, you name it, dude, in the alley. But there's just a camera that caught it, dude.
Okay, my issue that I'd like to contend for here is that if you think that it's only done in a certain manner, if it leaks out to TikTok, you know that it's gone so far that people think they can get away with this bullshit that it's a serious problem at that point, right?
You know what you white people say when that happens though? Consistently as well. You know what white folks say when
But
they
yeah,
see
tell me.
white folks consistently say, oh, it's a mental health issue. He did
What's
it
that?
because he has mental health issues. That's what they like to say. And you would be disgusted, brother. You would be what part of America, what region are you in?
No, I'm from the Bay Area. That person does have mental health issues.
You will be disgusted, dude. If you look, you ever seen the Matrix, red pill, blue pill? You will be disgusted
Hold on.
if you
Let me
realize
tell you.
let me finish this sentence. If you realize the rate that black men violently victimize white women, dude, for no reason, whether it's their girlfriend or not, dude, you will be
I'm not
disgusted.
right. No. So I'm not interested in trying to go through some kind of analyzing.
Can I
the
stop y'all for a
entire-
moment? Excuse me, just a second, because
Oh my
like
gosh,
if he's
okay, yeah,
really
sure.
in
Might as
agreement
well.
with us here, I think we can just like get past this. I'm just saying, like, you
Oh,
seem to
okay.
be in agreement with everything we're saying.
Yeah, might as well. Yeah.
Cool. Pick a city, dude. What city do you want to name? Name us a white city where the white people are going crazy.
Why would I? I mean, come on, man. I just was trying to make a rebuttal back to you, and I couldn't do that because we're moving beyond that. So, what would you like to talk about next?
Oh, we typically talk about crime in this channel, so I don't know.
Well, my thing is I grew up right across the street from somebody who stabbed someone in the head with an ice pick, and that person was not of color, but I know who those people are, and he had plenty of friends that were mixed of every single race. I know who I'm hanging out with. Some of these people they are all mentally ill, though. That's my point. They are all mentally ill. and they deserve to be put. You know what? Put them in a camp somewhere. Have them try to dig to China. Who cares? Throw them all in the same spot. We have enough room in jail cells. We could build new ones. They can grow their own crops and feed themselves. It'll cost us nothing, but apparently we don't have enough room in our jail cells. That's quite odd.
Let me show you some more of this stuff that I seen on X today, man. I seen a lot of crazy shit.
So have I. I've experienced it in real life. I ain't seen it on the internet, bro.
Yeah, well, we all have seen a lot of stuff personally here, I think.
Listen to this guy.
Well, maybe.
Listen to this guy right here. He's a cop.
I used to get in trouble. I used to get in trouble and have to go do racist classes because I was pulling over too many black people. But my district was all African Americans. Like, so what did I do? Stop stopping cars. I let known drug dealers drive past me because I'd already stopped too many black people. And it's piss leadership. It's because instead of having a backbone and being a man, they would rather throw you under the bus and make themselves look good. We disciplined him, don't worry. Instead of saying, hey, Blake is assigned to an area full of African Americans, he's probably going to have a high traffic stop rating for those kind of people. Like, I have heard people say, go stop more white people. What does that even mean? Go violate somebody's right? Stop them because they're white now? That's the leadership mentality that we're having nationwide. It don't even make sense.
How would you how would you begin to fix this?
Yeah, man. I could definitely believe that, man. I talked to plenty of cops and they tell me, man, they can't even tell who's in the fucking car. Like when the speeds pass, like if they're driving down the highway or they're on the side of in the little cut and the car just comes by, they don't know who's in the car. They just know the car's speeding. You know what I mean? And black people swear that everybody's picking on them and they know that, oh, this is a black person, so let me pull them over. And it's just so full of shit because black people are drive like maniacs, man. And then they come back and they say, black people just don't do anything in good faith, man. They don't do anything in good faith. Everything is in bad faith.
See, but obviously you have to go against what you're saying, because you're trying to throw them all in the same bucket, which isn't fair. It's obvious that that's not fair, but at the same time, okay, can we put into, because we just had a cop on the line right there. Can we put community policing into play here? If you know a drug dealer, make a phone call. And I'm talking the 3-digit phone call. Are you going to do it? If the answer is no, well then fuck what's going on with our society. You know who these people are. Call the freaking cops on them. What's wrong with you?
That's the rub. What is wrong with them? I mean, because they just don't do
like
that.
This, like look at this. Go ahead. Go ahead. What you saying?
No, I was done. I was just saying that's the rub. They don't do that. Why don't they?
Didn't California pass a law where they were not allowed to call cops on black folks or something like?
No, like the people you could get in trouble if you call the police on a black person and it was like erroneous. Like you could, but that wasn't a thing. Like people were legit. This was after Floyd. They were trying to act like people Remember that Central Park guy, that bird watching guy was in the park with that white lady with the dog and shit, and they got into it. After that, like a lot of San Francisco, a couple other towns in California, even though that happened in New York, were like, oh yeah, they had barbecue. What's the one? Barbecue, Becky and Coupon Karen. Remember all those women? Remember the lady who was at the she was at the park and some black people were cooking with charcoal in the park, and there was a sign right there that said no charcoal.
Oh my God, I would have called the cops too, though. I would have been like, for sure, people are cooking in the park. For sure, I would have been like,
yeah, but they were having a cookout, and she called the cops on them, and it was a bunch of things where people had called the cops on black people, and the black people were wrong, but it was like, so what? It's 2020. So what? George Floyd died. You shouldn't call the cops on black people. Yeah, but let's watch this video.
Dying tonight is strange. You know it's funny, right? Now look.
Get away from my dog.
What? What the fuck? Get away from this door. Oh,
What happened there exactly?
The guy put the taser. He put a taser to the metal door, and it went through and shot.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah, yeah, man, that was awesome. But yeah,
as we know, though, tasers are sometimes woefully effective against the sun, man.
Yeah.
But I have a serious question though. So because it seems like they want to, let's say the government or powers that be, they want to have a separation between whites and blacks, let's say, or whites, blacks, and Latinos. So same thing. They just want to separate all of them. And then now we have this Islam issue, and maybe you don't want to talk about that on the channel, and that'll be fine. We can cut it off right there. But don't you think that's a new problem that will become a problem for all of the races that live here?
Muslims?
And I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, Muslims definitely gonna be a problem. Every Muslim country is fucking sucks. You know what I mean? Like they all, even the ones like Dubai and Saudi Arabia and Kuwait that don't suck for like the rich people, they fucking suck for the working class people. It's literally slavery over there in those countries for the working class people. The women, it sucks for the women too. The women is awful for the women.
But we have said though, Og, that in that regard they've got that one right. How they have limited the women. But aren't blacks seem to be more drawn to Islam too, though, right? From what I could tell, anyway. So, if Islam was a white religion, black folk wouldn't like. It's just because it's not. It's anything but white, okay? Like
it's out of spite. It's not out of genuine.
And I think the vast majority of blacks that are religious or Christians anyway, right?
That's true, but there's a lot of black Muslims. Man.
That is the draw of it, though. Is that
they say it's growing? That's like the fastest growing Muslim population in America. Sounds.
Got a lot of them in Philly, don't they?
Oakland, Philly, DC, New York, Baltimore, all up and down the East Coast, man. All those cities have a large black Muslim population, but it's not the same. When I think about Muslim, I'm not really thinking about
Arabs.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the Sandman, because he's the one that like can mobilize and do things. The Sun Man is just kind of like
destructive.
it's like a toy. You know, it's just like anything. It's like how we do with anything. Like we like it's just everything
or
we
like
do
cosplay.
is just like no, it's just on some like some janky or it's like a bastardized version of it, right?
Like artificial.
Yeah, like when we do like think about like when we do business, right? Like they say black businesses, right? Black businesses and black business, and you go to the black business and it's you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not like the other businesses.
So you're talking about like the Muslim
janky.
Brotherhood, right? Like it's like kind of like janky compared to like the Muslims and the Arabs don't really, from what I hear, respect the Muslim Brotherhood.
Oh hell no, they don't respect blacks. Blacks are slaves in their country. Shout out to Stephanie McCoy in the building and Anthony Madison. Shout out to you guys, man. Thank you for supporting the channel, man. We looking to get 20 people to support the channel tonight. We got
you know that
hey, hold on, man. Do you hear me? Do you hear me talking, man? Please, man.
Calm down, brother. Calm down.
Calm down.
Calm down.
Hey, man, listen, man. Let me tell you something. If I'm saying something, man, don't just come in and fucking talk over me, man. It's fucking rude, man.
I ain't trying to do that.
Yeah, but you've been doing it all fucking night, man. Salute to my man Deluxe 247, aka Cal Ripken, aka the real MVP, coming through once again. We got 8 people on the board. Salute, man. Now go ahead. What was so important? This shit better be important. What were you about to say, man?
Yeah, I was gonna say that in their book, actually, black people are second-class citizens. They don't represent. They don't like that skin color at all.
No.
How are people even becoming Muslim? It's
black people don't know any of that stuff though. Black people don't know a lot of things like about history. Black people really only know like a little bit of stuff, man. Like even with the internet, like you would think with the internet where everything's at your fingertips, that black people would have learned more about world history. But black people are woefully ignorant about world history. And I know it sounds like, oh, you everything you said about black people is negative. No, when I'm around black people, a lot of times around nothing happens. They're cool and whatnot and yada yada yada. But that can be true. A lot of black people can be cool and not like violent and not shit starters and still not know shit about history. You know what I mean? And still
but why is that?
Why is that though? You know what I mean? Because it takes reading. You take reading. Black people are not black people really don't have the thirst for like knowledge. Like we never created a written language, right? So we have few people that, you know, of course there's always aberrations and anomalies. But in general, black people do not like to even Google things. Like I've been places where black people will argue something that they could have Googled in 2 seconds, but they just like arguing. They just argue about it over and over, and they'll both be dead wrong. Like every side will be dead wrong, and all the facts will be skewed, and it could take 2 seconds to Google it to get it right, and they won't even do that.
So what's the solution, though? What do you think the solution is? You know what I'm saying?
There's no solution to things. Like you got to understand, everything is not a solution to. Like there's no solution to these things. Black people are the way they are. White people are the way they are. Like white people, right? If white people created another country, right? Let's just say white people moved. They said, man, fuck it. The POC's got America. We're gonna fucking all move to Greenland, and we're gonna create Greenland, right? Now, I mean, how long do you think it would be cities in Greenland? How long do you think it would take for there to be cities in Greenland if white people moved up there?
They'd probably change the weather or something, melt all the ice and have it go somewhere else and just dump it all in Canada, and then everyone would want to move there.
Yes. So white people would make it They would make it nice, right? So now, how long?
I mean, I'm obviously just fucking around, but it's
But
still
no,
like,
hold on. Listen.
Yeah.
How long do you think would be before they would start letting immigrants in?
Fuck, I don't know. It'd probably be sooner than you thought, you know?
Right. So like they would just do the same thing over again. They would do the same thing they've done since Rome and fucking Greece. They white you can't fix that with white people. Like you can always say, well, yeah, you know, white people, man, you should stop letting all these people come in your country and fuck it up. I mean, you know what I'm
But
saying?
I don't think that's what it's about anymore, though. Maybe I think it's more about globalism than anything else. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gone way beyond just any kind of particular race. It's globalism straight up now. We have nowhere else to go. There is no new land. It's just people are starting to spread from other countries, and we can't handle that. Diversity is only halfway decent, let's say, to a certain point, and then after that, it becomes counterproductive.
Well,
You lose
here's the
your whole
thing.
society.
How about this? Let me ask you this. Okay, so earlier in this term, in President Trump's term, it was USAID. They were going through the books and seeing all the stuff they were sending overseas. And this is just a smidgen of it. This wasn't like the big stuff, like the gazillions of dollars they send to all these countries. This was just the little stuff, you know, on the books, like $8 billion for like trans fucking comic books, shit like that, right?
Stupid ass, yeah.
You see the gazillions in aid we send to, you know, the third world, right? Different third world regions, right?
Yeah.
Gazillion, right? So here's the thing, right? You're saying that, well, you know, they should all be able to come over here because, you know, the world's getting smaller. Well, what the fuck are we sending them aid for? To build their shit up, right? To maintain their shit. So they won't come over here. So this is where the white man's crazy. The white man's sending aid everywhere, gazillions of tax dollars everywhere to all these people, right?
Yeah.
Just gave Argentina what $40 billion, right? They just send money everywhere, right? And they let those same people still come to their country. You gotta pick one.
It's there's just something about globalism that I can't really put my finger down on, but I think there's a lot of corruption that's going on with that shit. Regardless of who's president, I don't really care, you know. But I think that, you know, for example, Venezuela. He's like, oh, they sent all of their mental institution patients and all of their criminals up here. Well, I mean, if that's true, man. So great. America just became the dumping ground for the entire world. Just send all of your horrible people over here. This is fucking awesome. I really love hearing that because that's really going to help our country with our quote unquote melting pot. I'm really going to love people from whatever skin color or race or whatever they're from. And be like, no, I don't like all of you. You guys are assholes. But then I would be in the right if all I experienced was, you know, criminal, you know, people that they sent over from all these other countries and they flooded the United States. Yeah, we're gonna hate everybody, and you should too. By the way, if you're born here, you know, you're established, you have a family line that goes back for who knows, whatever, 70, 80 years. Yeah, you should be pissed off, just like the rest of us. I mean, this shit shouldn't be happening, but it is. Here we are. We're all together in the same boat. It's a globalist thing. It's a globalist. It's different than just how you're describing it. Because it ain't like that. It's not like white people can just go over to, you know,
Do these globalists
Greenland.
have small hats on, or
What's that?
do these globalists have tiny hats on?
Some of them do, I'm sure. Yeah, not all of them, but yeah, some of them. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm no expert on that, but
go ahead.
Well,
no, you go ahead.
They can't all be, bro. That's just not. It's just
No,
not
certainly
true.
not. Certainly they cannot.
So what do you think about this story I got on the screen right here? This is these three black guys beat this white guy to death, right?
Well,
looks about right for Jacksonville.
Can I get this one in before we go on to that, please?
It is.
Yeah, is that cool?
Yeah, good.
Okay. So to address the tiny hat deal, so I saw something earlier today. It basically said the CIA. There was a former CIA agent who said that every time that somebody in a tiny hat would come with a gift, they would bug it. So they eventually rejected every single gift that the tiny hat person would have to come in with. So they rejected their gifts because they knew they were trying to bug everything. So, I mean, is there a certain amount of accountability that needs to be held for stuff like that? Yes. Is it all of them? No. It's just like every society, though. There's the good and there's the bad. And we won't know all these things until it just shows itself as we go along further, which means further disaster pretty much. But go ahead.
Yeah, like you rarely see this the other way. You rarely see 3 white teens beat the shit out of a black man and kill him. You rarely see that, but we see this all the time. This fucking trope right here. This is sad, man. This Justin Curry 13, Robert Pope 16, and Mark Cavion Lacey 19. They beat this guy to death. They beat Roger Borkham 64 to death.
Does he count as elderly?
Yeah, but he's 1 year shy, but still. Robert Borkham. All right, let's get to this one. This is a DEI judge who let the Chicago fucking pyrotechnic guy on the train.
Was that a glider woman that he lit on fire? Or,
Yeah. Yeah, a picture right here. Pictures on Twitter now.
Yeah.
I serve as vice president for the Office of Inclusion, Diversity, and Equal Opportunity.
The first time I came out on the bench and the deputy announced, all rise, the Honorable Judge Teresa Molina, the whole courtroom stood up and I was all excited. He's walking out there. And I saw an Illinois State Trooper. He was African-American. He had a sleeve covering his tattoos. And he was standing there and he looked at me and he nodded. And I knew what that meant. And so I looked at him and I nodded back like, that's right, we're doing this. And it felt so good. It felt so.
That's so fucking dumb. There's so many black women judges. Like,
it's fucking retarded.
It's like,
bro, she got 2 chins, bro. That's why she was nodding, and the guy was like, "Yeah, you got 2 chins."
Yeah, everywhere we look, there's black women judges. This is
right. An alarming rate of them. But I mean, how does this look in practice? Like this thinking, right? When she sees a minority,
she's like, "Nah."
In fact, like when you see a minority who did a crime, are you objective? Are you fair?
She would never allow a white woman to say, "Yeah, I saw a white bailiff," and I was like, "Yeah." We nodded at each other. Oh my God, she would fucking have a conniption if a white woman said that. But she comes out and says it gleefully.
I saw he looked at me and he nodded. And I knew what that meant. And so I looked at him and I nodded back like, that's right, we're doing this. And it felt so good. It felt so good. So to me, a fine of $354, which is our normal no insurance fine, that's a lot of money. And some of the judges that I work with came from money, so $354 is no big deal. But to most of the people that come to my courtroom, it is a big deal. And so I always offer them the opportunity to do community service. Being a Latina in the office.
I thought you was black, bitch. So now she's a Latina and she's black. Yo, listen. This woman should be she should be instantly disbarred by saying that I don't a lot people where I'm from, $350 a lot of money. So I usually give them community service. Like, yo, bitch, we not sending you up there to fucking be no fucking activist, man.
Right, exactly.
Like, what the fuck is she talking about? Shit is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, God forbid one of these clowns lights a girl on fire on the train, right?
Right. That's the one she let out. She's the one who let his ass
People
out.
would
That's
tell
what I'm
me, like,
saying.
don't you feel like you're prosecuting your own people? But it's true. There were a lot of, defendants that look like me. However, I had a chance as a prosecutor to make a difference as to what cases come in. I had a chance as a prosecutor to decide what offers were appropriate. And so I always offer them the opportunity to do community service.
Jesus. She's rigging the system. She's openly fucking. This is insane.
How many more degenerates are on the loose because of her? You know what I mean? Besides the one.
Yeah, a lot. She's got a lot of blood on her hands. 2 Burger King employees, including an 18-year-old, got shot and killed by an angry customer this morning in Jacksonville, Florida, right outside the restaurant on Sutil Drive. They're hunting the suspect now. Such a tragedy. Wow. They killed 2.
I wonder why.
They said
No
right
mayo on the
outside.
burger.
Then they didn't have the barbecue sauce.
I have a
Could've been
question.
something
So
like that.
if the tiny hats can target certain people who are the leaders of certain countries that they don't like and blow up their phones and maim them or kill them or whatever, don't you think that our police, like our government, knows exactly where everybody is? It would make sense. We have AI at this point, listening to all your phone calls, every text message you send, everything. I think they know enough to actually go out and arrest all these people. They're just not doing it.
Well, yeah, but like you would need an enormous amount of like extra money, and I mean, the resource expenditure for that is very high, and the problem is that some people, they exact a very high toll in resources on the society that they're in, right? Because they're committing a vastly disproportionate amount of crime that requires a public response than most other groups, and they're not really contributing, to override that deficiency.
No, I missed your point there, but I'm just saying they can go out there right now and arrest all the big dogs.
Right, I'm saying
and
they
the
don't really
little
have the
dogs will
resources to
starve.
do
The
it
little
all.
dogs will starve.
That would be racist, dude, if they were to do
Yeah,
that.
that would also trigger public outcry, right?
I mean, that's literally the
I
idea,
agree that
right?
they probably could. In theory, yeah, definitely.
No, but how can that be racist if they have all the information? It has nothing to do with
Because arresting
racism.
black
We've
people
been
is
listening to
racist.
every single one of your phone calls, all of your text messages through AI. We have all of the evidence. It has nothing to do with racism at all. We know
But
you're
No,
evidence
but
dealing
doesn't
drugs.
matter.
but that's where you lost. Like it is racist. It doesn't matter. The facts don't matter when it comes to the liberals and crime. Again, if we were to target everyone that's doing the school shootings, right, or just shootings, it would just be racist, dude, because it would be basically all black
What do you
men,
mean?
dude.
Yeah, I'm not understanding. I'm
Well, look,
sorry. I'm not following you.
yeah, simply put, if we were to grab every single gunman that's committing a shooting in the street, they will virtually all be black men. Believe it or not, it would basically be all black men, right?
I don't believe that. I don't believe that's true. But it's either way. I'm
Well,
talking
well,
about.
well, we'll say like
Let's just
eight out
go
of
with
10.
no shootings. No shootings. Let's just go
Let's
with
say 8 out of
drugs.
10. Let's say
Let's say drugs. Let's say drugs.
You mean dealing drugs, using drugs?
Dealing drugs.
Okay, that would definitely probably be different, but
It's still going to be disproportionately black men represented, and that would be a problem to the liberals who
No, that
own a
doesn't have
large
to.
part.
It doesn't have to necessarily be that. Now we're
But
only
it
going
will.
after
But
the
it
big
will, though.
players. Where
But it
are
will,
these
though.
drugs coming from?
Well, that's
Latin
totally
America.
outside the United States.
Yeah, Latin America.
We're talking
Oh,
about in the
so
United
then
States.
is that racist now, or
It would be.
they just have
We're
the
talking about
phone
the
records?
zeitgeist of
They would
America.
they
How
would
does
call it
America
racist,
behave?
yes. If you were to target, it would still be racist to
It can't
the
be
liberals.
racist. I'm saying
Well, we
they have
don't
the
think
AI
we
to
don't think
prove
it's
it.
racist.
we agree. It's just that
We
the
don't think it's
perception of it
racist here,
is going to
dude.
be racist.
Okay, cool. All right, good.
But the public opinion apparently thinks it will be racist. We don't think that's just racist here. Again, but even your laws, dude. Yes, virtually all they will all be black men if you were getting the gun offenders, dude. I understand there's Hispanics out here shooting. There's white boys out here shooting. It's virtually all black men, dude.
But okay, so would you say that the drug problem is the main problem with all of a majority of what's going on?
No,
No, it's
that's a
guns.
thing that we kind of expose here. I think is that drugs do not fuel street violence, generally speaking, these days.
Huh.
Yeah,
A
you
lot
have
of it
white
is
towns.
incidental, like you looked at me the wrong way, you said something to me, the fuck you looking at, you know, like you asked me to leave somewhere. We've exposed here that being asked to leave, asking a Sun man to leave somewhere is like one of the number one, you know, within the top 10 causes of mass shootings in the United States.
Yeah, I mean you have white towns that are devastated by drugs, dude. Devastated by drugs, and
That are not violent.
they're not killing each other like the black folks are. I mean, like, I know it's very unsettling to hear that. I know it sounds very, very raw, very blunt, but it just is what it
No,
is, bro.
I'm probably older than you. You're not gonna really say anything that's gonna be unsettling to me, to be honest. But at the same time, like Oregon was completely like annexed of all drugs. So and the problems they had after that, I don't think they were problems with gangs. They were just
Yeah.
problems with
Well, how about
derelicts.
that's a good example. Okay, fine. Oregon, drugs. Guess who was committing the gun crimes, the shootings, the murders in
White
Oregon?
people. They were
No.
predominantly white.
I don't know. I don't.
So what percentage of people in Oregon are black?
I don't know. Good question. I would assume they're
It's
mostly white
extremely
though.
low.
Yeah.
And what about the offenders in gun crimes?
Probably
I would say
white
it's high.
majority.
I would
What
say
do you
it's
think the rate of offenses is?
The what?
What do you think the rate of offense is?
The rate of offense. I'm
like
sorry.
per capita.
Percentage wise between races. Is that what you're asking for?
Well, you're saying like Oregon has a lot of white offenders. Do you think the rate of offenses in Oregon is the same as in, say, Georgia or Louisiana or anywhere like that?
No.
Just generally
No.
speaking.
Yeah. I'm saying that Oregon is a majority white state, so you're going to have a higher white crime there. Therefore, it will differ from other states. You know.
But a lower crime rate, like a lower crime rate in general than a place where you have a very high proportion of blacks in the population compared to like somewhere like Oregon. Oregon is what? It's got 4.2 million people, right? And that's a pretty average amount. And it's very vastly majority white, right? So obviously there's going to be a lot of white crime there. But what is the overall violent crime rate above, you know, with everything there? It's just going to be higher in places where you have a majority black population centers.
Yeah, and the population per race it's going to be higher in the other areas too. But and that was just to say it's like it's interesting experiment that they did, just legalize all drugs, but then it still didn't work out again because the derelicts just couldn't get over their own, you know, what do you call it? Their own addictions, and so it didn't work out. But
Yeah, it
I
was kind
think
of a rosy view of what was going to happen, I think.
it was. I guess it was a fucking. It's a terrible experiment. I think. I don't think it was ever going to work out. But the problem is that I do believe that the wars, like the things that are going on, like Chicago, things like that, those are directly related to drugs. I believe it.
No,
Well,
not
look what just
really.
happened in Chicago just the other day, where you had a mass shooting that occurred in the middle of the city, like in front of the Chicago theater, which
During the tree lighting ceremony.
right. Was that motivated by drugs? Because it's like, I mean,
Well, there's no.
just
How do we know that though? How do
we know it
end
for
up
sure because it's captured on camera. It was
Yeah.
like a dispute between two people because they like bumped into each other. Or
Yeah,
something.
exactly.
It's
It's not like a drug war. Like I'm
right.
moving into your
It's
turf.
not
It's not
gangs,
that.
rival gangs. I mean, it may be in the hoods, you know, more like that. But again, we generally seem to see here that it's not really motivated by drugs and turf wars more than just like pride, really.
Or nonsense.
Yeah, I didn't actually see that actually. So it's kind of interesting you're describing it, and I'm hearing about it kind of for the first time. So
yeah, I think it happened like a day or two ago, right?
Yeah, I think it was on Friday evening.
But it was a big deal because there was thousands and thousands of people down there.
But it wasn't fueled by drugs, dude. And I mean, I appreciate where you're going with it, and I think you have all understanding that drugs they play a major role in the crime, in the violence. But they may play some kind of role in that people are high and drunk, and but it's not like the motivating factor. It's a part of it, maybe. But we see it all the time here, dude. They're like at a party and someone gets kicked out, they open fire.
Yeah, but okay, so but because we had such a huge crowd, it almost leads me to believe that this also might have a religious motivation to it as well. So, and that can't be ruled out.
What do you mean?
No, there's no religion. Okay,
what are you talking about?
It was a gang. It was like a pack of hundreds of black teens fighting with each other, and two of them had guns and pulled them on each other when they got into a fight and started shooting at each other.
I
haven't
seen this.
There's no other motivation. Let me just assure you that there's no other motivation.
Well, explain the religion angle though. That's interesting. What do you mean religion angle? What do you mean by that? Like, what's the religious aspect?
It seemed like it had something to do with like a Christmas tree lighting or something like that. Or
you're saying like some kind of terrorist attack? Is that what you're kind of implying, like a terrorist attack?
Oh, you bet. Yeah. There's no way to tell.
Let me assure you.
It wasn't really.
Let me explain to you. Let me assure you that it was not that, because there's video footage of it all over social media where a marauding mob of black teens, like from the age of 10 to 20 or whatever the fuck, rampaging across downtown, right? And in that rampaging, like a bunch of like buffalo stampeding and bumping into each other and just going. In that process, people bumped into each other, and now you must die. Open fire recklessly.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Don't do that though. That's not something that is historically you can like compare it to. Like,
yes, the fuck they do.
That's just not true. Okay. It happens all the time.
Yes, the fuck they do it all the time.
That does not happen all the time.
It does, brother.
We've been reviewing this night after night for over 5
years. 4
now,
years,
so.
Dude. Yeah, like remember what I told you earlier about how on a nightly basis, for the most part, we've followed the news religiously.
Yeah.
And we see
what
that.
I want you to do is tell me. Okay, so I just want off the top of your head, give me an instance where something similar to this has happened in front of a crowd of 100,000 people.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And it actually happened that same night in North Carolina.
It happened twice that night, actually.
Yeah, it happened twice that night in Chicago.
It's starting to seem even more like a religious experience of some kind.
Okay,
are you playing dumb, dude?
Yeah, are you fucking with us?
No, I'm not. I'm
You're
just saying. I'm trolling now. Come on, bro.
No. Let me ask you
your take
this.
is pretty stupid, so it just is getting me a little.
It's kind of outrageous. Let me ask you this.
I'm challenging what your opinion is.
Fine.
That's all.
But describe to me, help me understand what that looks like, where young black teens are doing some kind of religious act. How does that look like, or what is? Explain that to me. What does that look
like? Someone's doing a religious celebration of maybe a Christmas tree showing or something like that, and you have two big events to happen on the same day. It kind of sounds like that could be some.
But what about what they did makes you think?
For all I know, I mean, hey man, you can call
me. What about what they? What about what they did?
I don't really care, but
says that they're attacking Christianity.
Right.
What's that?
That's
What about what they did suggest that they're waging jihad on Christians?
Yeah, like what is the motivation? What suggests that there's motivation that is religious, other than the fact that
so wasn't at least one of them the Christmas tree lighting or something?
Both of them won.
Yeah, I mean
But they're not
everybody
they're not
won.
like
Okay, so there
shooting
you go. You got
the
your
people
They're
motivation.
not
putting up
going
the
there
tree.
for the
But they
Christian
didn't like
aspect of it.
release a fucking statement on Facebook saying we've attacked the fucking Christmas tree lighting because we hate Christians and we're like a,
Right.
They
they're a
don't need
bunch
to
of fucking
release a
16-year-old black
statement
teens that are
anywhere. What
fighting
are
They-
you
each
yeah.
other.
Oh my. Yeah.
bro? What are you
Exactly.
talking about? Try to be realistic. They don't need to
Yeah, what am
release
I
a
talking
statement.
about?
What the fuck? No, yo, Hot, could you imagine though? Let's suspend reality for a second. Could you imagine if it was a jihad? If these little songwords are engaging in a jihad?
Like this
That would
whole
be a
time,
mind fuck.
we just never realized it was a
That would
fucking
be a
holy
mind
war.
fuck, dude.
Yeah, it's a war against Christianity.
Oh my god. Look, new guy. I don't know if you're like serious, but it's not a it's just literally a group of marauding black kids that just are doing what they do on the regular.
There's zero chance that it has anything to do with
Yeah.
religion.
And
Okay,
I'm talking
well,
about
hey, you know
zero,
what?
brother.
If you're saying that that's the case, maybe it is. I can accept it. I'm just posing it as a
Yeah.
possibility.
Well, yeah, I mean,
that's all.
and you can go look at the video. I'm not, you don't have to take my
Yeah,
word
it's
for
out
it.
there. I mean,
I didn't
but
see
but
any
look,
of that. Yeah, I'm
but
just saying.
so what do you think about what I'm telling you? That on a nightly basis, we've like done this and we've seen these patterns. Like, what do you think about that?
Bro, I watch the news a lot too. You know what I'm saying?
What news
I'm
do you
not
watch?
ignorant of any of these things that are going
What
on.
news do you watch? Exactly, like the San Francisco news or which one? Oakland?
No, like the Enforcer. See, for my American news, sometimes I watch Salty Cracker. I think
Mm.
it's
He's cool.
hilarious.
Well, here we like to watch local news. Here we like to watch like the local news stations of like St. Louis, right? We're watching or Memphis, Baltimore. We like to
Yeah.
watch
You
their
said
local news.
you said that you do like you'll
And
do a random city every once in a
and,
while, and that's
and a lot
fine.
of
Like
these,
I get it.
yeah,
Believe
and a
me,
lot of
man,
these
I'm paying
national
attention too, though.
and a lot of these
I'm
outlets they're not able to capture the local news really because I've heard I'm in Chicago, right? The national when I've heard national news outlets cover Chicago, they really don't capture what it is. They have a
I
general
know that.
idea. They have a
I
general
know that.
idea, but they miss a lot of the nooks and
Because the
crannies and
volume of the violent crime is so
it's
high that
incredible. Even we can't
they
catch
don't
it
have
all,
the
dude.
time to focus on it.
No, even we
I
can't
know
catch up.
that. I don't watch mainstream media stuff, dude. I'm on YouTube all day. Like I've been on plenty of channels. I get
Well,
kicked off of
yeah,
most of
this
them.
is
Go
like
figure.
less
But
mainstream media than more like okay, X happened today at the like
Yeah.
we're talking about like Fox 48 or whatever, right? Like not
Yeah.
just like this is what happened here, and then we're like sort of looking at
Yeah.
that over a long period of
Let
time.
me give you an example, brother. Let me give you an example, right? For some weird reason, when high school football season begins in the country, guess what happens?
violence goes up.
Yeah, for some reason in these football games, not just the practices, but them too, but in the actual games, people are murdered in cold blood. And no, there's not a religious aspect to it if that's where you're going to go with it.
Yeah, I can agree that I'm not sitting here saying that the motivation is always going to be that, but it just so happens that there were two big events that happened, and both of them do have a tie to like a Christmas lighting or something like that, right? I haven't seen it yet, so you guys know more than I do.
Can I take it that you're a Christian? Are you a Christian?
Yep.
What
Yeah.
denomination are you?
Catholic.
My man, you see what I'm saying? Huh? Yeah, I was confused when I heard they were not all. I thought all whites were
Really
Catholics,
depends
bro.
on those Eastern gliders are tight ass Catholics.
Right. So do you feel like there's some kind of like religious war going on in this country or something?
There ain't no doubt about it. That's a fact, dude. If you don't believe that, then I don't know what to tell you.
And what does that look? What does that look like?
It looks like atheists and Muslims versus Christians. That's what it looks like.
So
you don't think so?
So you think when Charlie Kirk died, you thought that was a major blow to the spiritual, the soul of this country, right?
No, Charlie Kirk was a pretty great person, though. He stuck his head out, on the chopping block every day to try to fight against the garbage that is a man could be a woman. You know,
Right. People here in this channel like Charlie Kirk, from what I could tell.
yeah, exactly. I
From what
get
I
it.
could tell.
I think
I,
you're saying this is pretty much like a Republican leaning kind of
yeah.
conservative type channel.
Are you Republican, huh, or conservative?
I vote conservative. Yeah.
But how are you a conservative or Republican?
Yeah. I vote conservative.
No,
Yeah.
not you, brother. Hot Black.
Yeah, I
You
am.
know what? Oh, okay. Wow, I didn't know that. I know Fisherman is. Well, Fisherman's kind of more like me, I think, where he hates everybody. So I'm not even gonna ask Fisherman.
Fisherman runs on a one platform party, I think.
Yeah, yeah. One policy. I think he's on the Nick
Policy
Fuentes
program, yeah.
on the Nick Fuentes party ticket. You know.
Nick
But
Fuentes
Nick Fuentes is Catholic.
Oh, you don't. That's right. You don't like
I don't fuck with
Christians.
that.
Oh, okay. But he does hate the Jews crew.
Well,
So
that's too bad. I mean, we're not going to agree on everything. We can agree on certain things, but that's all I'm saying. This is an atheist / Muslim versus Christian battle here.
So I get
whether
why
you want to admit it or not. That's
no,
what
I'm
it
with
is.
you. Look, I'm a Catholic, and I'm big on Catholic. I was just at mass today. So
I
I'm
get
with
why
you.
atheists and Muslims would like have both their own issues with Christianity, right? But do you think is that to imply that they work together in that regard, or that they're both
Yes,
working
it
at the
is
name
actually
separately?
because you have the example of like LGBT for Palestine, and it's like, well, why don't you guys go over to Palestine? You're going to get tossed off a building. How
But
much
that's
sense
not
does
them
that
working
make?
together, though. That's just the liberals being liberal.
But it is. But it is. It's the silence equals acceptance, or the silence is violence, is what they used to say. So your silence, even if you are somebody who isn't paying attention, and you could be claiming to be Christian, if you're not paying attention what's going on, then you would never. I mean, come on, man. Do you guys know what's going on in the UK? I mean,
Yeah,
yeah. So
the mass migration, the
you gotta
refugees.
realize you have to look around. An atheist isn't going to care. They just care about their money. Is their family doing well? Are they all having fun? And I understand that to an extent, right? I'm like, yeah, I get it. You know,
But
you
why
just
would
want to.
atheists want to work with one religion over another?
They won't, but that's part of the problem, because the Muslims don't care about anyone else but their own. And not only that, they're willing to have 4 different wives, which is not actually allowed in the United States. You can't have multiple wives anywhere, period. I've looked it up. So you can't have
you
that.
can
They're
have as
going to
many
break
baby
the laws
mamas as you
here, and then
want.
they're going to try to flip it on Sharia.
Yeah, you know, I'm kind of with you on that. On that. I mean, look, I know Fisherman disagrees, but I think that Christianity is something that this country needs to progress, to unite and move forward, because we're kind of struggling right now. You know what I mean? But I think it's more than that, dude. I think it's a war on white men. It seems like, as opposed to like Christianity itself.
Yeah,
It's more
SA,
like
you're part of that war, SA.
Well, I mean, look, listen, white power, right? But that's kind of what the impression is. That fair to say, Fisherman? More than hate towards Christians, it's hate towards like white men, right?
I think
I think it's just a Jewish war against everybody that's not a Jew. That's pretty much what it is.
Well, see, they should know better, and here's why. So they were only promised a certain amount of land anyways. For them to try to expand that land beyond what the biblical interpretation of that is foolish. They should never do that. Like, I can agree they should have a certain amount of land. If they want to go beyond that, though, it's almost like they're trying to say they want to conquer the world, and that doesn't work.
Should they have
Sorry.
any land at all?
They do have land.
No, I'm just
Or
our
should
friend
they?
Fisherman here is like a triple PhD in the juice crew. So
Oh yeah, he's pretty good. If you have a question about the Jews crew, Fisherman has an answer for you.
Fisherman. So, do you agree with what I just said, or no?
No, I think we should just annihilate them.
There you go.
he's of the school of
Why?
no dianomy.
Are you
because
do you have
they've
an
shown
affiliation? Do
they've
you have
shown throughout
are you
history that
atheist?
they've shown throughout history that they have no desire to have a working relationship with any group of people. So we should meet them where they stand, and then we should annihilate them.
But okay, so are you an atheist?
No.
Okay. Are you a Christian?
No.
Okay. So what are you?
I'm just agnostic.
One of those
Agnostic
base
is an
religions.
atheist. It's the same thing. You're on the fence. Doesn't matter. So,
I mean, it's not, but okay.
but it is, because you either, whether or not you have a belief in something,
can you like
end up having
get to the real point, and let's not get dragged down in this.
Okay. Yeah, the point is basically you will be forced to choose one side or the other, and that's the bare minimum of it. But I'm saying that they were only promised a certain amount of land. For them to claim a greater Israel and try to go for more makes it seem like they want to dominate the entire world, and that's just not promised to them. I can back them to a certain extent, but then after that, I can't. So it's my representation of them. And I think that's easily accepted probably by most Christians. They'd be like, yeah, I can kind of see where you're going with that.
Who are you saying promised them this land?
Well, you'd have to read the Bible, my friend. That's a long story. I can't make the shortcut for you.
Who wrote the Bible?
Yeah, again, you'd have to read it again, and it's a long
but I'm
story.
saying,
And I'm not here to try to convince the entire world that they should believe the Bible, because you have your own choices. I'm sure you've read some of it before.
Jews wrote a book. Jews wrote a book that said that they are entitled to something, and then everyone accepts it.
So Jews wrote a book, and then they killed their own Messiah, and they didn't even believe they did. But then some Jews said that they did, and now they're basically throwing blows at each other through these scriptures that they had, and they convinced some Gentiles to believe in that book, but it was against all their own native Jews. So how does that make sense?
Oh, well, I mean, they don't give a shit about the New Testament, so it doesn't matter to them.
But it does, because
no, it doesn't.
The New Testament and the Old Testament go together, and so.
But they don't. But that's not their book, though. They don't care.
What isn't their book?
The New Testament does not apply to them at all.
Yeah, but the New Testament was written by Jewish people.
Yeah, for the Gentiles, for the Romans.
For the Gentiles. So what? They still don't abide almost by the same rules. You don't have to get circumcised. The Old Testament rules say you got to get circumcised.
Okay, man. Like, I think we're done here. I don't think this is going to.
Hey, you still awake?
Let me. That was a very. Go ahead.
No. You go ahead, sir. You go ahead.
No. Real quick, this guy said that the Chicago tree light shooting was a religious attack.
I heard everything, man.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, do you think Sons are actually waging some secretive religious war right now with what they're doing?
No, I don't think.
Yeah, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life.
That can be absolutely true. It's fine.
And
wouldn't that be some shit like if that was true?
It could be true.
Meant that it being dumb could be true, right? Is that not what you meant?
Either one. I won't take offense to your words. Your words don't mean shit to me. Yeah.
Let's see this. Let's move along.
I don't see anything. Anybody see anything?
It's frozen up.
Oh, you don't see nothing?
No.
Oh, my bad. I'm still on Twitter. Okay. Yeah, salute to Boy Kachina, man. Boycott China. He says, Boy Kachina says, with the patience for a panel, I couldn't handle it. Salute all you. Yeah,
China.
man. Listen,
Boy Kachina's name is like one of the longest running jokes on the
China.
show.
Yeah, we ask people to come up here, and we rarely get anybody that comes up here that's not our part of our nation. So I'm letting them go ahead and go. I was seeing if there was anything that could be gleaned from it,
And
and
it's just like normal. We got nothing new to say.
yeah,
So
nothing new here. But yeah. So
You
I
know
was
what?
just
At
letting
least
you know.
I'm trying to be like respectful though, to be
How you
honest.
not?
You know what I mean?
How you being? Listen, man. You can say what you want to say. You can say what you want to say. Shout out to Douglas Chunks, man. Douglas Chunks is in the building. Douglas Chunks in the building.
Alaska.
Yeah, we are live. I want to do a show on the website. I got things figured out, Doug. If you go to the website, you log out and log back in. You should be able to see that you have a placard next to your name, and it should say that you are a what level you have the membership from, but you have to log out and log back in. That's at least what the AI is telling me, man. But yeah, I want to do a show on the website this week. So you guys got to look out for that. It's going to be in the description. It's going to be in the notifications that I send out.
ask that AI how to let people change their names too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. And it's gonna be just only on the website. Okay. Yeah, because I got to do that this week. I've been fixing a lot of bugs, man. Listen. If I would have just fucking used the person, if I just went to Fiverr and used the person, I could have saved me a whole bunch of shit. But I thought I was gonna do it. I thought it was gonna. I tried AI because that's the new thing that everybody's
Dude, the
doing.
framework is there. It's just a couple little things, I think.
Yeah. It's a bunch of little glitches and shit. But yeah, and the fucking AI is like it's not a person, so it's like it doesn't like fix things like a person. It fix things like you know what I mean, a fucking robot. It doesn't have the ability to. You can't be like you know what I'm saying. Like this thing doing. It just tells you to go to the console and send it the fucking report that.
But don't you think that's kind of interesting though?
Yes, I do think AI is very interesting. Yes, it is. Let me move along. Hold on.
Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 News at 10.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Maxine Stryker. Baltimore police have their hands full tonight investigating several shootings, including one early this afternoon in Northwest Baltimore, where a man was shot multiple times.
Nowadays, anybody can get their hands on guns. And I didn't heard that they didn't sue the gun manufacturer. That's not working.
First of all, I think this guy's kind of slow, but he did say something that was very, very interesting. Suing the gun manufacturer. It's always someone else's.
Yeah, it's like with the Kia boys when they sued Kia.
Jesus Christ.
People were getting killed because Kias are too easy to steal.
Yo, sons are ridiculous. They sued the gun manufacturers. Literally, that should be against the law. How can America stand by and let that happen? Let black people sue the gun man. Remember they sued the cigarette companies years ago? Like, just stop smoking cigarettes, motherfucker.
True.
Just think about the incentive it would create for sons to go out and just shoot shit up nonstop and then turn around and make money off of it.
I think there's a little difference with the cigarettes because the cigarette companies were actively marketing stuff to you that they knew were
okay.
not
So
good for
what?
you.
To kids.
So what?
Well, I agree that you should just not smoke, but also like this is like far removed from even that. This is just a ridiculous
There's no
argument.
deceptive marketing with guns. It's not like you
Right,
can get a gun and it won't kill somebody. Watch, like
They perform exactly as advertised, and they're not like out here selling them.
And they're not targeting kids.
you want to split your neighbor's wig, this will actually do it. Watch. That's what they
Because
say.
cigarettes were marketing towards kids.
Alive with pleasure. I remember Newport. I would see that all the time on the bus. Their slogan was alive with pleasure.
Well, yeah, they used to be like, 6 out of 10 doctors smoke Lucky Strikes and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know?
What about the camel? The camel with the leather jacket and the sunglasses? He looked cool as hell.
Yeah, Joe Camel, man, he was cool.
I didn't heard that they didn't sue the gun manufacturer. That's not working.
Fox 45 Vincent Hill joins us live now with the details on a rash of shootings across the city as residents continue to voice their concerns. Vince.
Well, Maxine, at last count, at least 7 shootings over the weekend, several of them deadly, leaving a trail of victims across the city. As crime scene tape remains sprawled across the city in West Baltimore.
I just ask you just to keep the city in your arms right now, dear God.
A prayer that seemed to be going unanswered.
Let them know that they don't need the guns, that they need the Bibles, dear God.
As Antoine Robinson was praying for peace.
I
missed that last part.
Right now, dear God, I ask you just to lay your hands on them, dear God.
Baltimore police were responding to yet another shooting.
Said that they just heard gunshots at the location. About 20 shots.
An unidentified male shot multiple times, taken to the hospital where he later died. That shooting marking the 7th shooting since Friday around the city, leaving 7 people injured, 3 people dead.
I mean, why did somebody gotta die on a Saturday at 2:30 in the afternoon and everybody's just trying to make it through?
Saturday, this
Why
triple
not?
shooting in Northwest Baltimore left 1 man dead, 2 others taken to the hospital. And Friday night, a deadly double shooting injured an 18-year-old female. Police also responding to shootings in South Baltimore, Southeast Baltimore, and downtown Baltimore. The 48 hours of violence, a cause for concern for residents. What are you concerned about?
A stray bullet. It's not meant for me, but I gotta take it on the chin.
As they look for more from the city.
They trying. They're not doing.
Not trying to get into politics, but I know they don't want the National Guard down here. But come on, we need help. And I just think that we need to leave politics out of it and build the city up.
Meanwhile, Antoine says he'll continue to pray for the city.
Help them to know that there's a better way out here. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Amen.
And meanwhile, no arrests have been made in any of these shootings. For now, we're live in
Think
Baltimore.
about that. No arrests have been made in any of the shootings. That could never be a white. You will admit this. What's his name? B-Dub.
All right, he not here.
Oh, that. Well, I'm sure you would admit this if he was here. There's never gonna be a white area where there's 7 different isolated separate shootings in a weekend and no one, not a soul, will be in custody.
I mean, he might have disagreed with you. Like he was making some bold claims.
He said some
Well, I mean, they didn't say where these shootings happened. They could have all
Could've
been
been
at
at-
Christian sites.
Yeah, it could have been by Christmas tree. It's true.
Yeah, the offender could be an atheist. The offender could be an atheist.
Could be a
Muslim.
large pattern of anti-Christian black violence.
I let
Spurred.
him go. I mean, I let him go. You know.
But the thing is, like, we watch this shit every night. It's every fucking night they're
Right.
shooting.
Christmas
Christmas isn't every day of the year, is it?
Right. It's
Fucking
not so
wrong.
much atheism as much as it is DNA, you know?
Was it anti-strawberry violence at the Strawberry Festival when they shot everybody up there? Like,
It's fucking Thanksgiving just sets suns off because they're atheists.
Yeah. The 4th of July, anti-fireworks.
Look at this. Look at this. Listen. I don't know if this is a sister. She looked like a sister. This look like Union Station. This look like she's outside of Union Station in DC.
Fuck Charlie Kirk. Like I'm glad the guy's dead actually. So
You're glad he's dead?
yeah, I'm glad. White men are literally the single greatest threat to humans being fed, housed, clothed.
It's literally the opposite.
That's all they do in Africa.
Yeah, it's literally the opposite.
Like the cotton gin, from the cotton gin to the fucking to pickling food. Like even fuck refrigeration and fuck all this shit we got down. Just the shit that white men came up with.
The whole
old
idea of
shit.
like taking a bunch of food and taking it over to another country that's starving to death and giving it to them so that they just stop starving to death for no other reason than that.
Yeah, like look at where she's at. Look at what she's wearing. Look at what she's talking into. Her whole entire existence has been elevated because white men let her dumbass have access to it.
I mean, she looks like she would look, normal with a plate in her lip and those rings around her neck, honestly.
Yo, what does Ox say? She'd be pounding yams.
Yeah, she'd be pounding yams
Yeah.
and getting beaten with a stick and hoping a crocodile doesn't rip her tits off as they sag in the river.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and
Mosquito
listen, that's not far from like what her existence would have been had contact not been made. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at the people where they haven't made contact. Look at everybody who hasn't contacted white men.
Right. Hey, are we sure that it wasn't a son that invented the brag?
Nah, it wasn't.
A sun man would never invent that.
No way.
But have they claimed to have invented it though?
That
That's
does
the real
seem pretty
question.
antithetical to the Sun Man's values.
Yeah, his values are, titties out 24/7, shake that ass, look at my dick.
Anything that could benefit a woman, though, a son wouldn't invent. Like sons is hell on women in them fucking countries, man. But this woman, she's saying this to. Think about the boldness of her to literally say that, and I'm sure she's gonna say white men are fucking fascists and shit while she's talking to a white man about how terrible he is.
Fuck Charlie Kirk. Like I'm glad the guy's dead actually. So
You're glad he's dead?
yeah, I'm glad. White men are literally the single greatest threat to humans being fed, housed, clothed, having their basic needs. White men are the greatest threat to that. That's what I know. Everything else, you want me to give you all these statistics and things? Like, I'm not a data analyst. I only know the experiences
What
of
do
the
you think
people
we should
I
do
censor
about
on.
white men?
That's a question for you. Can you do something about your people?
Well, I don't see any problems.
Because you're a white man.
Well, you're also unable to name me an example, right?
The example is you having the privilege to even be out here while there are people sleeping literally next to you, homeless on the ground.
Well, don't you have that same privilege?
No, it's not about the privilege that you're talking about. A privilege as a white man to be able to move about the world and ask people to give you examples about blackness. And I'm saying the example is that you out here recording and these people are out here sleeping and none of them look like you.
Well, there are homeless people who are white.
Yeah, like this is women's opinions don't fucking matter, man. Like, they really don't. She's a moron.
Holy shit. He says time lapse of the African village from 1765 to 2024 after receiving $2 trillion in donations. Oh shit. God damn it, man. Jesus Christ.
It's always the same fucking argument. Look at Haiti, where they're like, "Oh, the French charged them all the interest on that loan and shit."
They didn't even pay most of that back.
No, France don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah, no way. And listen, the thought that Haiti's giving people money is just hilarious.
Yeah, they're money that's super valuable.
Haiti ain't giving nobody shit, man. Let's see these dumb bitches talking.
I agree with you that men built the system. Men built the entire infrastructure that allows all of us, including men, but especially including women, to have the most comfortable and prosperous and healthy lives that has ever existed in all of human history. And the complete ungratefulness of
my
women.
God,
I'm not being ridiculous. You
are.
women hate, at no other point in human history have women had so much contempt and hatred and disdain for men when it is due to men's genius and ingenuity and labor and physicality that has enabled women to live the most comfortable lives they've ever been able to live.
He literally,
Here.
Yeah, I agree with everything he said. I agree with everything he said.
Well, I mean, it's not true of women around the world. It's true of women in white Western countries.
No, it's true of women around the world because, like, shit, if there's a fucking building in Africa, that's one more building than there would ever been.
Okay, I can see how you. All right.
It's
Yeah,
great.
I mean, just having clean water and like a piece of metal in the shape of a bowl is a fucking massive improvement for huge quantities of the world population.
Yeah, a blade. Having a blade that's not like a fucking piece of flint, like, you know what I'm saying, stuck to the end of a fucking stick and shit. You know what I mean? having like literally like a pill you can pop to relieve pain. Little glasses, shoes. You want to take it even to the barest bones? Toilet paper, Kleenex, Q-tips. None of that existed. Toothpaste, nail clippers, fucking clippers, fucking eye drops, goddamn. Yo, everything that is out there wasn't out there 100, 200 years ago. And half the shit wasn't out there 100 years ago. These women live in the most comfortable time in human history.
And there's a bottleneck to every cascading invention due to men's increased physical. Look, I know this sounds crazy.
Oh, it is.
In order to live in a skyscraper, there were cascading previous inventions that were necessitated on male strength that women don't possess, that enabled us to build buildings far into the sky for you to live in comfortable, air-conditioned, not just live, but to have a job in a comfortable, air-conditioned office. All of these comforts, it wasn't the evil patriarchy, it was benevolent men. It was typically often like poor men who labored and built this country. And you guys don't give a fuck. You don't care. It's through men's sacrifice, men's labor.
Oh my God.
Men's genius.
Okay, so
ingenuity.
can I just please stop? This is like really starting to make me uncomfortable.
Yo, B-Dub is in the bag and Smash.
Yeah.
She has no rebuttal. She just turns to her feelings.
Yeah. She just wants you to shut up. Jesus Christ. Fucking A, man. This is my thing about this. When I saw this earlier, I thought about this. I said, you know what? Think about if each one of these guys has a kilo in their backpack. This would be a hell of a way for the Mexicans to funnel drugs into the country. Because we say a lot of liberals say, coming in the country illegally is not a crime. Well, okay, let's just say that that's true, right? It's not a crime to come to the country. Not being frisked, not having your bag checked is a fucking crime. Like, what the fuck are in these guys' bags that are just walking into our country? None of them are going to get their bags searched. This is crazy.
If they're Muslims, it's a bomb. If they're on burritos, it's drugs.
Shit is crazy.
And if it's a tiger, then it's probably spy software.
And if it's a son, what is it if it's a son?
Man, that's a good question.
Nothing.
Rocks.
That's sad, man.
But sons don't need anything. They're like like a tidal wave on their own.
Yeah. Yeah, it's them. Yeah, them. It's just their essence.
This is funny, dude. This is just a nonstop on Burrito stream here.
None of them have had their bags searched. They just come into the country with bags. And the liberals are like, it's not illegal.
Those are like Patels right there.
Yeah. I'm like, those aren't even on burritos at the end.
Yeah, those.
Look how free and happy he is, though. He's like,
right, welcome to America, you know.
And the majority of those people get on welfare. Like, let's be honest, they're not fucking working.
The Patels do? The Patels get on
all
welfare?
of them. All of them.
Yeah, all of them.
The entire concept of logic is anti-Black. But let's zoom out for some context. Western philosophy built its idea of reason by defining who wasn't rational. To be logical meant being European, male, and civilized. It's everything Blackness was imagined not to be. But that's why Afro-pessimists and decolonial thinkers argue that colonialism didn't just seize land, it seized the right to define truth itself. In epistemologies of the South, the seizure of the right to define truth itself is referred to as epistemicide. This is where Western rationality survives by silencing every other way of knowing. Sylvia Rivera's book goes on to expose this myth, the myth of linear progress, and how that erased indigenous cyclical time, therefore trapping the global South in someone else's timeline. And finally, on the post-colony, which reveals colonial reason as a logic that made Blackness the outer limit of the human. So when I say logic is anti-Black, I mean the very rules of logic were written from an imperialistic point of view. So to think
Oh my God.
freely, we need to rebuild reason itself from the ground up.
This bitch is so dumb. That was the dumbest shit I ever heard in my fucking life. Jesus Christ.
And this is the kind of shit that sister judges are watching on their breaks.
Right. Yo, that's the type of shit that, like,
This is exactly what I was talking about earlier, by the way.
Yeah, she's the smart. Think about it. I want you to think about this. Me in DC for decades, being in a room where this bitch is allegedly the smartest person in the room, and she's fucking holding court, and I'm sitting there just looking like, fuck, because I know these people can't handle the truth. So I just I just walk away, or I just fucking sit there and just shake my head. Like that woman exists in real life. I know her. She's a real person. There's thousands of her in the real world. They're the smart ones. She's not Shaniqua. If Shaniqua's come in the room, she gets quiet.
Yeah, she has no bandwidth for Shaniqua. She's trying to get a criminal justice degree at some fucking HBCU, and this is what she comes up with.
Oh my God, man. Look at this. The per capita lifetime budgetary impact of whites, blacks, and Hispanics.
This is what I was getting at earlier. Like, yeah, sure, we could like look on the internet and know like who's doing all the crime, but we're already spending an insane amount of money to police the bare minimum of the crime that's happening. So to go out and like net everybody out in one fell swoop is just not really realistic for a number of reasons.
Yeah. This is fucking insane. Like
The only reason this shit
we're missing
go on
Patels and Asians from this graph though too. There's some
this-
other like contributions here.
they're such a small percentage of the population. They don't really.
Yeah, but they
mean
have a
that
lot of
much.
income too. And
Yeah, I mean they do. That we
lot of
get a
tax
very
impact.
select few of them. But
Right.
as
I'm
it
saying it should
currently
be on.
stands, the only reason the system has been able to go on as it has is because we just print money endlessly every year to fund all this bullshit.
Jesus.
I mean, did you deep dive at all into what the Doge stuff was uncovering? And now they have like, I think it was 7 or 14 magic government computers that they traced back to these computers that they literally just make up money on spreadsheets to fund all these programs.
Mm-mm.
Like that's the only reason that they can literally, whoever is running, who prints the money can literally just make money up and fund whatever bullshit they want to.
Wow. Shit is insane, man. Jesus Christ. That's I mean, I knew it was bad, but think about each black. It's 40 million black people in this country. There's 20 million Hispanics. No, not 20 million. There's 60 million Hispanics. 60 million Hispanics, or 70, something like that, right? Look at that, times that number, times that. Fucking yikes. This shit is the funniest shit, yo.
Oh, look, there's more. Native. They do have a pretty high rate.
Yeah, natives on those reservations, they're fucking psychopaths. They kill women too. Like they got the highest for killing women. They're fucking psychos. But
Is
yeah,
that Asians
Well,
at the bottom?
actually, it seems like the blacks are the psychos, honestly. I mean, like, look at that. Look at that.
Man, I would say it's the Asians. How do they not like look how low it is? How is that possible, dude?
well,
Like they never like get angry or get,
they do.
You
But
know,
here's the
Asian.
thing.
Go ahead.
They have a societal, like they like think together. I think they're the community. When you talk about community, it's them. You know how we talk about blacks always say community and they're actually the opposite of it? I think community is the Asians because
They're the only racial group in the country that has an out-group bias for murder, which means that they're the only group in which other racial groups are more commonly murdering Asians than they are murdering themselves.
Yeah.
They're murdered by other groups of people more often than they are by themselves, which is true of no other race in the United States.
Yeah. And like they have, like they always throughout history like to be xenophobic. And
Guess
like
who's killing a lot of those Asians too, by the way, Ak?
Oh shit. Probably fucking all of them. I mean, we rarely
It's a toss-up between blacks and whites, but it's not exactly an even toss-up.
Not even. Here's the thing though, like the black shit, it's like, look when it explodes. Look when it explodes. 2016. We're talking about this is Freddie Gray. This is Freddie Gray and Michael Brown.
That's wild.
And now look, it leveled off for a few years, went down, he started coming down, and then George Floyd. Look at George Floyd.
And a crackhead overdosed in Minneapolis.
George Floyd, look at that shit.
30.
Those are lives. These are lives per 100,000. These are actual people. Look at that shit. And then it starts to come down. Fucking hey,
I like how they put in Hawaiian at the end.
Shit is crazy, man. Let's see this.
Hey, real quick, B-Dub, did you not see that graph on the screen with the murders? I know you saw that. How do you explain that shit and you're still, I mean, is that like a anti-Christian result?
No, what I'm saying in the background is because again, people want to continue to say that this problem on black crime has nothing to do with drugs. It absolutely does.
So you're saying that's scary.
I don't know who you guys actually think you've known, or what gangsters, quote unquote, you think you've known. But apparently I've known bigger ones than you. So believe me when I say
big out there in the
it's
Bay
about
Area,
drugs.
right?
But wait.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that high murder rate, that line on the top, the very top, is a result of drugs?
The murder rate in Chicago is all about drugs.
No, it's not, dude.
Not
I'm
actually,
here.
though.
I'm here.
Oh,
No, it's
really?
not.
What are they arguing about? Who gets to shop at the nearest grocery outlet bargain market? Are you kidding?
Yes,
what are you,
actually.
fucking stupid?
So Bito, wait, let
Come
me ask you
on.
this then.
Tell me you have no
If-
understanding of the situation without telling me.
If I'm to believe what you're saying that it's drugs, right? That it's a drug trade, then why are the Hispanics not a lot higher? They're the ones bringing the drugs, right? So
Right.
why is their murder rate not significantly higher?
They're not in the same a drug
Yeah, they
area,
are.
so they
Yes,
don't
they
own
are.
that spot.
They're literally next door to them.
Yeah, they've already figured these things out, my friend. They talk to each other. They go, okay, you own this area. You'll kick me back this much, and that's the way it'll work out. We won't need
Oh
to
yeah,
actually
did
go
they
to
send
war
you the
with each
memo on
other.
how they do all that too? You're real familiar with it,
Well,
I
you
guess.
fucking stupid. You don't know how things work.
I'm not stupid. I acknowledge that I don't know how things work. You're the one who seems to know everything about
Oh, okay.
everything.
Where did you grow up at?
In New Orleans, probably around a lot more black
Yeah.
people than your
Have you
ass.
heard of it? Have you heard of New Orleans? It's a
No,
shithole.
I've never heard of New Orleans. The guy sounds like he's grown up in like New Jersey in some fucking area where there's no crime
Jersey
at
ain't
all
no
because his
welcome to
parents are
party,
rich.
Yeah,
man.
what's wrong with New Jersey, dude? There's a lot of violence going on there too. A lot of
A lot of
drugs
black
there,
people
you
there
know.
too.
It's a lot of drugs over there, you know, Jenna.
Uh-huh. There's a lot of drugs there, Jen.
Here go,
Hey,
hey, you speaking of tigers. Let's listen to this tiger, man. I want to hear what this tiger's got to say, man, because you guys said tigers, you know, sons be killing tigers all the time.
Yeah,
Let's see what
yeah
this
tigers
tiger-
don't do drugs
Why
apparently.
people ended slavery has got to be the dumbest shit crackers have ever said to me. First of all, not true, because what the fuck do you think the slaves were doing during the Civil War? Chill out at home? Well, you know, some of them did, but regardless, the point still stands. Second of all, even
Yeah,
if
somebody
this is
scalp that
true,
gay Indian, please.
so what, Timmy? You unfucked a situation that was originally fucked up by you for a very long time. That means it took a while for y'all to understand that this is fucked up. And even then, the situation is still astronomically fucked. Timmy, do you think that after slavery, everything was sunshine and rainbows? How is any of this deserving praise or acknowledgement? 10 years after the Civil War, the wealth gap between a white person and a black person is 23-1. And not to mention lynchings. How the fuck does any of this put a smile on my face? Y'all were so mad you
Yep.
couldn't own people
Scalp a
anymore.
gay
You
Indian.
created the
Somebody,
Klan.
just do it.
Don't type in my comment section. The Klan was created by the Democrats. This is some convenient shit only the whites would say. If the originality of something determines what it is, then all crackers go back to Europe. Every white person should be forced to look at the picture of Emmett Till before he was buried. And then you will finally understand that this doesn't mean jack shit to me. And especially, it doesn't mean
really?
jack shit to my scrumptious African Americans.
Wow. Okay.
B-Dub, did you know
So-
that Emmett Till was actually killed by a black man named Too Tight Leroy Collins with a hammer?
I'm sorry, were you talking to me?
Yeah, I was asking, were you aware that Emmett Till was actually killed by a black man named Too Tight Leroy Collins with a hammer?
Oh, no. Emmett, no, I've never heard of Emmett Till. Sorry.
It wasn't just white boys that killed. It was white boys and black men that killed them.
Did you know?
Now I know what you're
that-
thinking. Black
did
men
you-
killing
have
black
you
men.
ever
That's
seen-
unheard of.
Have you ever seen a map prior to the what's it called? When the Christians went on the crusade, the map before that, and who actually was dominating
The Muslims.
Yeah.
Oh
the
shit!
Arab world.
It was the
You've seen the
Muslims.
map then? At least one person has.
All of us
Okay,
here know
so-
about that.
Oh well,
Yeah,
I
we're
mean,
pretty-
not a lot of
Al-Andalus,
people
Iberian
know about that.
Peninsula.
Yeah, not
I mean,
a
to this
lot of
day,
people know
you're.
about that.
All the star names.
I mean, Eurasia
Pretty
is still
common
Muslim
knowledge,
to
you know,
this
it's not
day.
really like esoteric or anything.
Iraq was
It's-
Christian. Syria was
on.
Christian, and now it's Muslim.
Yeah, hold on, my Mexicano friend, right? Relax for a second. Do you realize that those people also were the biggest perpetuators of slavery?
Yeah,
Oh,
we've mentioned that.
so
Plenty of
okay,
times.
we've seen two problems then. This big cancer that was growing, right, from the northern tip of Egypt on the east side, all the way around the whole horseshoe to what is it, Spain on the other side? What is it, France? Something, whoever's on the
Iberian
coast.
Peninsula.
Mhm.
The whole thing. They had the whole fucking thing.
So what?
And they were the perpetrators of slaves.
Who
Oh,
cares?
so you don't think that we're experiencing the same thing right now, currently? Except for we've invited them all in through immigration. Every country has the same problem. They're all trying to go, how do we fix this? Well, just go up to him and ask him a couple of questions. Hey, what do you think about Sharia law? Yeah,
The
we should
Muslims are
institute
not the
that.
ones
You
committing all
are
the violent
gone.
crime over here, dude. The
What's
Muslims are
that?
not the ones committing all the violent crime here, though.
I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Ask them if they believe in Sharia law should be instituted in the United States, and they say yes.
So
You're out.
who cares what they think?
You're out. It's against
How
Constitution.
did we go to this from the Asian guy just yelling at white people in America?
It's against the Constitution.
I don't know.
What are you drinking on, Vito? What are you drinking on tonight? You strike me as
A
a
little bit
gin
of
and tonic
water.
kind of guy.
Yeah, I drink water. The local tap. You know, it's from a very nice
A
spot.
Cosmopolitan?
So, what's that?
A Cosmopolitan, or what was that? Tequila
No,
Sunrise, perhaps?
I'm drinking a little local
New
water.
guy is here.
Who's new guy? What's up, new guy? What's going on?
Not much. I just popped on the show. What's going on?
What's up, Canadian?
Yeah, what up, man?
Like,
How are you?
I know Trump. People are kind of crashing out with him and upset with. I just know people are not happy with him, but I haven't really even paid attention
Because of
to
Mondami, or because of
just because he's not fucking doing enough of what he said he was going to do. I don't know. I don't really
Like the deportations, or what exactly are you talking about?
I'm thinking the deportations and the bringing over like fucking 500,000 Chinese people. Like he makes a lot of comments that really.
oh yeah, you
like,
talking about
confuse people.
the legal
Oh, the visas.
Yeah, he's good at really like making people get upset with him.
Yeah.
Really
like,
good with
You
it.
got to think like a lot of the shit they say is lies in the news. So you
They can't ever bring over 500,000 Japanese.
Well, not only that, like sometimes Trump is just so fucking retarded with the stuff that he says that like half the time the stuff that he says that people like that right wingers get upset with is not actually even happening. But like dude, like
You're gonna upset Ike talking like that. You better not talk bad about Trump on Ike.
Yeah, watch your mouth, man.
you got to admit, like it would be nice if he just didn't talk as much. Like it just doesn't seem to work in his favor, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, anything he says, the mainstream media is very liberal. So anything he says, they're gonna pearl clutch about it. So he there's nothing he's gonna say where ABC, NBC, CBS, The View, this show, that show, MSNBC, and it's so many channels that's gonna fucking make it willfully take what he said out of context and then clutch their pearls about it. Like
that's true.
Isn't that a strength of his though? Ike? Him talking is kind of one of his strengths, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
but hold on. I saw that clip. That was him being interviewed by Laura Ingraham from Fox. And he's talking about bringing over 500,000 chinks. How the fuck did he think that? Like, why would he say that? Like, I understand why people are going to spurg out about it, because if he's saying it, then that
500,000
must
chinks
mean
on.
he's
They're gonna
thinking about it.
spurg out about it. Oh gosh.
So, like,
What
if
a
he
fucking
says
homosexual.
Who's talking right now? Stop talking.
Yeah, they sound the same
Oh,
to me.
sorry. I should be on mute. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's our drunk friend here. He's we're not sure what he's drinking on, but he's definitely drinking
is he the new guy? Another new guy?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he just said something about chinks. Shut the fuck up, dude. Stop being a keyboard warrior hiding behind your shit when you never say that to someone's face. Just be honest.
What? Oh, you're talking about fishermen.
This is the guy who was saying again a minute ago. He's like, I know all the kingpins in my city. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So is he like a white social justice warrior that we have on the channel?
No, he's something of a conservative, but I think he's drunk at the moment. It's not helping his case.
No, I'm a conservative. I'm not drunk, but I'm just listening to you
Well, you
talk
certainly
about
sound like it.
chinks. You could say whatever you want, bro. I don't care.
New guy, he thinks that the Christianity is the way to the gladiator's salvation. Bro.
Oh no! Oh, he's one of those guys. Okay,
Yeah, he's
so
a Christ cup for sure.
He's like a George Floyd conservative type of Christian.
Not that bad. Not in the same. He's a Christian warrior. Conservative.
To you, you don't even know what a Christian is. So just shut your mouth
He's a
and move
Christian
on.
warrior. That's what I would say. I'm a Christian warrior.
I'll give you a little pat on the back.
A Christian warrior.
His
So
one
he's like the
policy
type of-
party is the Muslims.
He's like the type of guy that thinks like Muslims are the enemy, which they are.
No, I'm like Trump patting fucking
Yeah,
Mohammadi on the arm, just going, yeah, whatever. It's okay.
They should interview
Don't
everyone
worry about it.
who's
Don't
coming here,
worry
and if
about
they
it.
want
Yeah,
Sharia law, you should
he
get
is
kicked
a
out and charged with
socialist.
treason.
Just pat him on the back.
No guy. He thinks that sons are committing all this violence because of anti-Christian sentiments, dude. Somehow.
Hold on. You got what's my man? What's your name so I can address you?
B-Dub.
My name's Beavis, bro.
Beavis. Okay, Beavis. Can you explain that? I'm genuinely curious.
Yeah, are you genuinely curious, or are you just like
I
Catholic?
want to hear the explanation because it just sounds kind of strange.
Yeah, outrageous.
Oh yeah. Okay, the Wakbars.
The blacks. They're talking about black people.
They called up Shaniqua and Monique, and they were both from different sides of town. And they said, Shaniqua, you get together Tyrone and show up here, and then Monique, you go pick up whatever LeBron over here, and then you're all gonna meet up over in the same area. Bring your guns and stuff like you normally do, because this is gonna be fun. Fuck
He's
the
talking about the
fucking
recent mass
Christians
shooting at
and
the
the
Christmas tree
regular
lighting in
population.
Chicago.
He's joking
on,
now,
bro.
but he was serious earlier.
What was
Come on, man. What did I just say? Could it not be possible?
No.
What
was
he saying?
He was implying that the shooting in Chicago for the Christmas tree lighting was by the young sons. It was a anti-Christian attack.
Sons.
By the young
people.
blacks.
Just say
By the
black
young
people then, bro.
But they were teenagers though. But they were teenagers though.
That's
They were like,
so what? Who cares if they were teenagers though?
They're not
Everyone
jihadis,
knows that
dude.
If you're gonna commit
They are
crimes,
not
you look at
jihadis,
young people
dude.
do it because they're not gonna get charged as adults. Everyone knows that by now.
Oh,
Don't be
so
dumb.
there you have it, Nuga. He thinks that the random son violence is some kind of like anti-Christian plot.
Wait, hold on. Is it an anti-Christian thing just because they just so happen to shoot each other at a Christmas market?
Right. That's
On
what he's
two
saying.
different in two different areas on the same day.
Yeah, there's two different. Well, yeah, because one
North
group ran off
Carolina
and
and
shot
then-
somebody a couple streets down. That's the second
Right.
incident.
So
Yeah.
hold on. If two sons shoot each other in a McDonald's, is that like an anti-Ronald McDonald crime?
Anti-McDonald's sentiment. Anti-McDouble.
Well, now, white guy, let me readjust my tie and say maybe you might be right. It's just a Ronald McDonald thing. Ha 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 ha.
All right, you're cut off, dude. You're done. No more drinking.
Yeah, no more
No more
booze
drinking
for you, dude.
buddy.
Because I mean, sons are killing each other all over the place in the country. So I'm not seeing what that's got to do with Christianity.
Right.
Yeah, go sit in front of your computer somewhere, buddy. Come on. I mean, be honest.
No,
You
Nuga.
gotta
He,
look into,
he
like,
also
a program or something, man. That's gonna be bad on your liver. You know,
Nuga.
you're gonna be paying for that.
He also thinks Nuga, and this one I'll give him some credit. He thinks that all this this violence is related to drugs, directly correlated with drugs. All this son crime.
Hey, S.A., have you ever watched Training Day?
What do you think about that,
S.A.,
Nuga?
when they were in the shower, and she was like, hey, that's my cousin. Oh yeah, okay. The white boy saved him from me, from getting raped in the alley. Come on, man. Why is what I'm saying completely out of the realm of possibility?
Did you hear what I said, Nuga? He thinks that all this rampant son violence is directly correlated with drugs.
Right. Well, I mean, Wick, in a way, he's not wrong, but it's why is it correlated with the drugs? If why do some groups find trouble and ways to make violence out of things like drugs while other groups don't? What's unique about them?
No, Nuga. Let me correct you. It's not directly correlated with drugs at all. It's not. It's just completely random. Some of them are inevitable, right? It's impossible that some of it is not, but it's negligible, dude. It's literally correlated with DNA.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing here, and I get it, man. Beavis, like I get it. It sucks to think that is the truth, and that's why these things happen. But I don't know. I think that's why these things happen. It's not some anti-Christian or like. Here's the thing: if you think that sons are doing all this violence and stuff because they don't have enough Bibles at home, like how do you explain any other successful civilization that's not Christian?
No
like,
one said that, buddy. No one said that. Don't try to read into it too deeply. All that was said was Mr. Balala called Shaniqua and Monique and got both sides to come together in the same spot because it said, yeah, Tyrone and LeBron want to meet up in battle. That's all. It's possible.
What about DNA? Have you ever thought it's just DNA differences between races?
No, it's not for sure.
He
It's
obviously
definitely
has.
motivated beyond that.
He obviously has, which is why he's reacting the way that he is, because he finds that idea, not a nice idea. And I agree, it is not a nice idea, but that doesn't mean it's not
beyond
true.
It's beyond the fact that it's not a nice idea. It's just not a fact.
It's
There's
an ugly
shitty
thought.
people in every single race. There's shitty people in every single race.
Well, hold on.
buddy.
Hold on. We're not making that argument. We're making like a bell curve type argument.
You
just know
did.
that.
You just did. You said it was built into their DNA, bro. Did you not just say that?
A bell curve argument. What are you talking
I'm
about?
so stupid. I back out of that one. All right.
No, hold on. It's like, for example, when you say men are taller than women, you don't mean every single man is taller than every single woman. What you mean is there's a bell curve between them. And you know that.
Bro, you just said that it was built into their DNA.
Right. So
Jesus Christ, this guy is like...
So the argument would be like there's different like genetic propensities on average between different groups.
Yeah, you sound like a Cro-Magnon right now. You're back in the Stone Ages, bro. Get out of that.
All right. Well, then how do you explain it?
There are good people in every race, and there are bad people in every race. That's the fact. It's just.
And how do you explain such huge discrepancies between groups?
God.
How do you explain such huge discrepancies between groups? Because certain groups don't like to integrate with other groups, and this is what happens in something like high school. We've all seen it. When we were in elementary school, we all used to hang out with each other, and it didn't really matter that much. And then when you move to high school, all of a sudden, groups formulated. That's just the way people are. However, it gets out of line when certain people's parents don't take care of their children, and then everything gets fucked up. Fair enough.
So why do certain people's parents not take care of their children?
I don't know. Somebody else can explain that to me.
Well, we all are on the same page. We're just trying to figure out what you are thinking.
What do you mean what I'm thinking? I just told you.
Put it this way: what causes different groups of people to not take care of their children at different rates?
Money. Am I right?
Oh, it's poverty. It's a poverty issue.
Money. No. Money. Government money.
Okay, so basically, welfare took black men out of the home is kind of the viewpoint. Like
that's where it started. Yeah, the experiment started a long time ago. Thank you very much. You got it right. It started a long time ago, and then they figured out it actually works. And then what did they do from there?
Have you ever considered that black men weren't in the home before welfare either?
Or they just left.
Come on, bro. Are you just gonna pay attention to the facts, or are you gonna keep going along with your feelings?
Can I say something real quick here? Look, B-Dub, on this channel we also go back in time, right? We'll come up across documentaries where we read between the lines, dude. And everything that they don't
between those lines, then, bro.
Well, let me finish my thought, brother. You look, just relax. And everything they've told us about white racism and black oppression, they lied to us, dude. They lied. The black folks, they've been cool as a cucumber, dude.
To an extent, they didn't lie. Actually, the government played a game into which they gave money to women to kick the man out of the house because it wasn't working out or whatever. And if they didn't do
For
that,
what
then guess what they
purpose?
would have? Hold on, wait. Guess what they would have had to do? If they
What?
didn't give them the money, the couple would have had to figure it out. The government instead decided to give the money. Then the woman kicked the guy out, and he goes, "Yeah, I'm going to go after some other piece of tail."
But
Fine.
white folks
You have
get
2 kids
welfare
now,
too, dude.
and the kids. Hold on, the kids. Now you have a single mother of 2 kids, and they proved right there that the amount of division that they want to cause, if they want to give people money, that division will occur. They proved it to be
Do
correct.
white folks not get welfare?
Yeah, white folks get welfare. Go ahead.
So then why how come they didn't get destabilized if they're also getting welfare?
White folks don't need the welfare, though. We came up with something called the abortion pill, and probably more white people take that amongst the entire population
let's
than
stay.
anybody else.
Let's stay on the welfare. Let's stay on welfare, dude.
What's that? Hold on. Who has the highest amount of abortions?
Per capita, black women have the highest.
Per capita. Oh, we're not talking about per capita anymore.
Yeah, we are. We're
just
talking about population
for the
group.
entire population.
Use your brain, dude. Per capita is what matters.
And
White
no,
people
per
will
capita is
have
not
enough-
what matters.
Anyway, your whole argument is wrong. White people have plenty. Like white people, welfare benefits go largely towards whites.
Okay. What does per capita mean? Because if you have an abortion rate of 50% amongst blacks and it's 30% amongst whites, whites outnumber them by like 13% to say 56.
Okay.
So, okay. So then that means more white people are killing their own children than blacks. And as Americans, we would benefit
by
from
volume, but not
that
per
not
capita.
being the case.
Not by
per
percentage,
capita
though.
is not the
Man,
the
is that
per
true? I don't
capita-
even know if that's true,
Hold on,
dude.
per capita then would not be the statistic that you actually want to look at.
All right. Well, what does this have to do though with black men uniquely being targeted and taken out of the home? Don't you think it makes more sense that they were just not there? And like, you think their women wanted to be on the
Okay,
welfare?
so you just agreed with me then?
No, I'm not. What I'm
Oh,
saying.
you didn't? Okay. Go
What
ahead.
I'm saying is, it's not so much that these like people, these like evil government agents came in and like kicked these men out of the home and put money in these women's hands. It was the other way around. Like the women were in need, and they're like, hey, if I'm a single mom, if there's no man in the house and I'm a single mom, these women went to the government for financial aid. So no one's getting kicked out there. Like you're acting like it's some conspiracy.
Yeah, those women actually told their men what they were getting their money for, and the men were like, "Oh, really? So you fucking hate me, and you'll take money over my opinion? Oh, okay. Maybe they didn't move out. Who knows? But the fact of the matter is that they got money, and their man knew definitely what was going on, and maybe the woman knew too. Both of them knew. She was like, I'm gonna go fuck the guy down the street. Who cares anyways? And he was like, yeah, no problem. I'm gonna go do what I want to do.
Maybe that
Who
has
knows?
nothing to do with money from the government and everything to do with DNA.
I would think that that's not the case. I believe that the statistics will probably show you that the reason why things happened the way that they did was because the women were given incentives financially in order to kick the man out and leave him on the fucking street. That's just the way it is.
No, it's the other way around. He was already gone. They weren't incentivized.
Just largely the reason
really?
why black women had
But
to rely so
crazy.
much on welfare.
I don't think you have the correct statistics at all on that. There's no way. Everything that I've heard.
How many
says
leaps
that
did you
no
just
way.
make in your argument?
Yeah.
What's that?
A lot.
You filled in so many blanks in your argument just off of what you feel like it should be that, I mean, there's no statistics backing up what you said.
I've watched multiple debates. I'm way older than you, by the way. I'm probably twice your age.
So
That doesn't mean anything.
I've seen multiple debates, and they don't say anything near what you're saying.
That doesn't matter. Those people probably are woke shittards.
woke shit-tards. Oh,
Yes.
I mean, whatever they are, debates is not really
Yeah.
like a reasonable qualification.
They're
for
all fucking conservatives, you idiot.
Yeah, and most of them are too scared to
Yeah.
say that it's DNA as well.
Yeah, so what? Who cares if they're conservatives or not, dude?
It's DNA. Prove
Yeah,
that.
Yes.
it's
How you gonna
DNA,
prove
dude.
that? How you gonna prove that?
Well,
Nobody's
look
proving
again.
anything here. We're suggesting.
We're
that
looking
it is.
at behavior patterns again, dude. Like I've been telling you, we've looked at behavior patterns that you try to argue against.
Yeah.
And these behavior
the
patterns exist
behavior
across
patterns
different
would
continents.
probably say something like this: people who are from like Mexico and the south of that, they want to migrate up and come into America. Yeah, is that fair to say that that's just their DNA pattern?
What?
Yeah, I don't. He has no ability to formulate a coherent
because
point.
you want to go into DNA though. You wanted to do it. I'm trying to go
Hey,
there.
let's do this. Let's
People
do
who are
this.
from Mexico
Let's do
and to
this.
the south of that
Hey,
have a DNA pattern that want to migrate to
hey,
different
when the
countries.
host is talking,
hey,
kid.
Are apparently
hey,
not good enough.
B Dub. We'll do.
I'm trying to go along with what you were saying.
Hold on, B Dub. You have to listen, man. You have to listen. We'll do DNA tonight, man. Everybody tune back in for B Dub to educate us on DNA.
No, I
tonight.
don't want to do that. That was your idea. I was just trying to go
No,
along
we
with it.
want to hear your philosophy on DNA, but I'm saving it.
It was your philosophy. I was trying to play the game you wanted to play.
Yeah, we're gonna hear what you have to say about DNA. Salute to you, man. Thank you for coming by, man. Appreciate you, bro. No hard feelings, man. We gotta let other people talk sometime. But you cool, man. Oh, you all right with me, man. Salute to everybody out there, man. Coming back tomorrow, man. I'll do a daytime show. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably do an hour tomorrow during the day. But see you guys tomorrow night. Same black time, same black channel. I'm out of here. Peace out.